Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Good morning to life. Music, talk, inspiration, in perspective. Express yourself.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Citi FM, your station.
It's a refreshing lifestyle.
Citi FM 97.3.
Sorry,
City 97.3.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise. This is the City Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation.
This is City 97.3.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise. This is the City Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation.
Let's go.
Yes, 632 97.3 CDFM. Perez Music and Brian Kufuor with a fantastic Ghana medley welcoming us to Monday, the 12th day of January. We are well and truly in the second week of the year. The year is still young. There's a lot of opportunity. Egbe namumu. Yesu egbe namumu. Manche miya manche. He's already finished that which he started. So he says, don't be afraid, because fear is false evidence appearing real. And somebody says, feel the fear, but do it anyway. So it's a brand new week. It's a clean slate. Get up, get moving, and get doing. Get up, get moving, and get doing. We're in the second week of our Effective Living series. We're focusing on planning and doing. This week we have some fantastic thinkers and talkers on the show from 9:15 till 10. Before that, it's newspaper headlines with Richard Alaskai and Caleb Kuda. Lots to do today. We're announcing, of course, the cost for the 10th edition of the Heritage Caravan. What started as an uncertain drive across a few tourism sites has become Ghana's most looked forward to tourism event. And Frema Idunyam will be joining me later to tell us how much it's going to cost you and the payment modalities for the 10th anniversary edition of the Heritage Caravan. City Breakfast Show is not just a radio program, it's an interactive platform. That means you can get in touch with us. We're happy to hear from you. 053 998 6996. The number again is 053 998 6996. We're also the voice of the voiceless. We amplify the views and the voices of marginalized, putting citizens at the center of what we do and measuring the solution stridently. So if you're looking for business sense for today, feel the fear but do it anyway. Today is a day to get up, get going, and get doing. It's brought to us by Stanbic Bank, our corporate and investment banking partners, businesses driving Ghana and Africa's growth. From energy to mining, infrastructure to trade, we finance the ideas and enterprises that empower economies. Call 0302-815-789 to speak to our CIB team or visit stanbicbank.com.gh to get started. Stanbic Corporate and Investment Banking, driving growth and investment. So let me say good morning to Mr. Caleb Kuda.
Good morning, Bernard.
And to my brother Richard Delasky.
Hey, my man, lucky your father, man.
Yes.
Follow you.
We're up bright and early
man.
to do what we do best.
So we are
what? Every day you are dropping something new.
As far as the place how you go feed bed. Dog don't go feed bed for where fire day. So
So it has to be up and going.
other ones, bro.
I like that.
Yeah, on that note, let me say good morning to Agaza Gozi Spakolo.
What?
Ken Segmefia. Distinguished, electricals contractor who is a Ghanaian but who is doing great things in the UK.
Yeah, man.
He's maintained the name Agaza Gozi Kapolo.
No, Agaza Gozi Spakolo.
Agaza Gozi Spakolo.
Over the weekend, he took a very beautiful wife.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
We were able to
Spakolo.
Yes.
Agaza Gozi Spakolo.
Yes.
You see, that was his nickname in school.
Yeah. That's right.
Agaza Gozi.
Spakolo. Yes.
No, Charlie.
It ain't good. But this morning, I got to work and there was a gentleman parked at our car park. He says he's here because of the Heritage Caravan. So we announced the money, they pay. Come I say he take cash card. He say he be card. He's driving. He's going to bring his money.
Don't cause a stampede this morning. We beg you.
Yeah.
I beg you in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ.
No problem.
Let's just focus on what is ahead of us.
Let's make one.
I tell you.
The Ghanaian Times says this morning, President Mahama orders review of NLA KGL contract.
Yeah.
His photograph is here, looking really, really handsome this morning. Also on the front page this morning, deposit mobilization strategy strengthens NIB PLC's financial performance.
Yeah.
And something about SNIT increasing monthly pensions by 10%. But CSPF says it is inadequate.
Yeah. Daily Guide, Ghana Embassy confirms Oforiatta's U.S. detention and 2024 NPP parliamentary candidates endorse Dr. Baumia. My presidency will be about jobs. This is Ken Canada, Japan, 7 highway robbers nabbed, and this story is in all the papers. KGL welcomes government contract review.
Let me take you to the Chronicle. The big story, Brian wins grassroots support in the northern regions, the paper says. Also on the front page, Dr. Baumia is here. 118 former parliamentary candidates pledge support for Baumia. And give me the power,
yes,
and I'll give you jobs. Kennedy Japan on the front page.
Today newspaper, unauthorized students prohibited from registering for WASI, and HIV infections surge in Ghana amid high prevalence among female sex workers, homosexuals, etc. This is according to the NACAP. We'll tell you more details. And corruption fight still government priority. This is the Vice President, Professor Jane Nano Pokwajiman.
I take you to the Ghanaian publisher. Ken can lead NPP to victory. Dr. KK Sapong is quoted here saying also NPP raised 118 former candidates, endorsed Baumia, and the story about KGL contract needing review according to the president also makes the front page. Plus a story that says police grab 7 highway robbers.
Yeah, the Herald has the story of the police grabbing the highway robbers, and the KGL story. The angle for KGL is that government earned 300 million Ghana cedis from KGL in 2025 amid review of NLA agreement, and the Pamakpo hails rapid progress on South Dai roadworks. AG's multiple claims on Oforiata's detention over U.S. visa status is confusing. That's the Herald. And Ayene Rabish's typographical error excuse in drip procurement says 22 million Ghana cedi tax evasion, 2 million US dollar overpayment transaction confirmed.
The Archives newspaper says Tema Dowenya Road project crawls as commuters suffer. Motorists lament heavy traffic and are accusing the contractor First Sky of go slow. Oh, Charlie, no, Charlie, First Sky, we don't do go slow. Then there must be a reason why. Anyway. No, we'll get back to this story.
Yes,
because First Sky, they deliver. Also on the front page this morning, Hokwe MP fights Amawu over ownership of stadium as roads deteriorate, government policies on trumpeted. Also on the front page this morning, polluted river Ewuso shows signs of recovery after 9 months operation. That should be good news.
Yeah.
And then also the story about KGL.
Daily Democrat says Brian Echampong blocks Baumia from meeting Kweuman Hene or Pare Ansa Spitfire. Okay. Deposit mobilization strategy drives NIB's PLC performance. GES warns heads against illegal WASI registration, and DVLA assures car owners of adequate time for onboarding registration. We are told Def Traco has dismissed money laundering claims in real estate. The KGL stories here as well.
Let me take you to the Inquisitor. Fixing the G4O puzzle. Everstone Energy unveiled. Also, there is a story here that says MPA boss speaks at 77th New Year school. I thought we did this story last week. Yeah. And then also the story about the arrest of the alleged robbers and the KGL making the front page. The
Insight has KGL as well. And other stories, low-income pensioners get major boost as SNIT raises minimum pension by 36.52% for 2026. This is another angle. Lands Minister secures government assets, vows to rescue abandoned projects. And then also 170 delegates of anti-imperialist forces launch united front against U.S. aggression in Venezuela and bullying gangsterism of countries towards a third world war. That's a
Meanwhile, on the back page of the Insight, you have a photo of Fidel Castro giving a salute.
Yeah, man. It's a film show, revolutionary life of Cuba, Africa, and Ghana.
The struggle is still very much on.
Yeah, man. So
I have the Ghanaian Point, my final newspaper this morning. There's something here that says Chief of Staff graces Edukro Ojira Festival, reaffirms government commitment.
Edukrum,
yes.
Forgive me.
They didn't spell it.
Yeah, that's right. Reaffirms government commitment to youth development. And then Oforiata declines meeting with Ghana Embassy following ICE detention.
Daily Post has Oforiata as well. It says he could be in Ghana sooner than expected. Deputy AG reviews, and no Ghana card, no forex transaction. Government announces new measures in anti-money laundering drive. Deposit mobilization. That story is here as well.
Let me take you online. CitiNewsroom.com. Mahama government pays $1.4 billion to stabilize Ghana's energy sector. I'll give you details of this. We got this very early this morning. There's an interesting one here. Forget the retail takeover. Nigerians pumped $103 million into Ghana's economy. That debate continues. Ghana's cannabis industry must shift from policy to action this year. This is a chamber. Tuya Yeboah Defense Saglemi probe accuses AG of spewing untruths, and 5 firefighters injured in accident en route to fire scene in Buipe Sky. That video is very troubling. What do you call it? A tanker carrying fuel, 10 on its side, and there was a massive fire as well. Meanwhile, the Western Regional Minister says we need drone technology to stop illegal mining at river sources. If you go to Channel 1 News, the government resets energy sector, settles $1.4 million in arrears. Also, cost of living worse after a year of NDC rule. This is Dennis Miracles Abuaji. Police arrest 6 suspected land guards after gun battle at Trazaku. Here no gun battle. Meanwhile, Bejra demands justice for resource guards shot at Kalakpa Resource Reserve, and pensioners demand minimum living pension after 10% SNIT increase. So many stories to highlight this morning on Channel 1 News as well. My Journal Online is also leading with the government payment of the arrears and to restore World Bank guarantee. Muhammad departs for World Economic Forum and Davos. 2026 is make or break year for Ghana's cannabis industry. I tell you, so it's a major one. Now, the High Street Journal is asking a question. It says, in Kukon Kitinkiti, why not Garden soon Kitinkiti?
Okay.
So they want us to also add that one. And then everywhere else globally, Trump is thinking about very strong military options as hundreds killed in Iran protests. If you go to even Al Jazeera, they're reporting that U.S. threats intensify on Iran as 3 days of mourning for martyrs announced. And the president of the U.S. says he's considering very strong options for Iran.
As they are beating people in the U.S. for demonstrating.
They want to go and solve Iran's problem.
Who says that?
Meanwhile, Denmark's prime minister says Greenland showdown at a decisive moment. This is Al Jazeera reporting as well. The BBC leads with the Trump and his ideas about Iran. He says the Iranian leaders have called to negotiate. We'll keep an eye on those stories. Meanwhile, Trump tells Cuba to make a deal before it's too late. So President Trump has been turning his attention to Cuba since his Venezuela escapade, and he's telling the Cubans to play ball sky. I think I want to start with this one because start with that because there's also a development in the energy sector around the arrears.
Okay, so let me take you to the center spread. Is it a center spread? Okay.
Yes.
It's 12 and then 21 of the Ghanaian Times. The story by a Times reporter says that President John Dramani Mahama has ordered for a comprehensive review of the contract between the National Lottery Authority and the KGL Technology Limited that was signed in 2024. Now, he has also called for a renegotiation of the contract to ensure the complete protection of public interest, value for money, and strict compliance with applicable laws, regulations, and government policy. Now, the directive, which was contained in a letter dated the 24th day of December 2025, really December?
Last year.
And sent to the Ministry of Finance and copied to the Ghanaian Times yesterday, followed a series of publications by the Fourth Estate in 2025, revealing questionable licensing deals between the NLA and the KGL Group. Now, the publications and the analysis by the Fourth Estate revealed major legal, financial, and procedural issues with the controversial licensing deals. Now, according to the letter, the review of the contract should include the examination of its legal basis, scope, duration, and financial terms, as well as the assessment of revenue sharing agreements, fees, commissions, exclusivity provisions, and any other contingent liability to the state. Now, if you go to some other newspapers, I saw this morning.
It seems like, the company has been talking about this.
Yeah, that's right. For instance, the Archives newspaper says KGL welcomes review of NLA contract. And you find details of the story on page 3 of the newspaper. Let me give you just the first paragraph of that story. It says, management of gaming technology firm KGL Technology has welcomed the government of Ghana's decision to allow the licensing agreement between the NLA and KGL to remain in force, subject to review and renegotiation rather than abrogation.
Well, the government of Ghana has made a payment of $1.4 billion to stabilize the energy sector. This came from the Finance Ministry this morning. In a statement released today, the ministry stated that as of December 31 last year, the administration had paid a total of $1.47 billion American dollars to rescue and reset the energy sector. According to the statement, when President Mahama assumed office in January last year, the sector was on the brink of collapse due to years of non-payment for gas supplied to the power sector from the offshore Cape 3 Points field. The situation had led to complete depletion of $500 million of World Bank partial risk guarantee under the previous government. Now, this guarantee was established in 2015. A safeguard to enable nearly $8 billion in private sector investment through the Sankofa Gas project, guaranteeing payments to partners like ENI and Vitol. The ministry says government has now fully paid $597.15 million, including interest drawn on the World Bank guarantee, restoring the facility in full and reaffirming Ghana's credibility with international partners. And they give the breakdown for payments to IPPs. Car Power has received $120 million, Sem Power $59.4 million, Sunona Sogli $54 million, Twin City Energy, which is Amandi, $38 million, Senate 30, AXA 30, BXC 10.56, and Main Energy 8.82. So it looks like this would stabilize the energy sector going forward.
Right. So I bring you to the Herald newspaper. AG's multiple claims on Oforiatta's detention over U.S. visa status is confusing. The Herald's investigation into claims surrounding the detention of Ghana's former finance minister Ken Oforiatta by the United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement (ICE) has uncovered a number of intriguing details, some of which Ghanaians will have to contend with when he appears in court on 20th January to challenge his detention and potential extradition. Now, among the findings is information that in November last year, U.S. authorities collected Mr. Oforiatta's biometric data as part of a process to renew his visa and extend his stay. Also emerging is a contradiction between the Attorney General and his deputy over whether Mr. Oforiatta's U.S. visa was revoked in June 2025 or July 2025. This development raises serious questions about the accuracy of claims by the Attorney General and the Minister for Justice, Dr. Dominic Ayena, and his deputy, Dr. Justice Remsai, that Mr. Oforiatta's detention at the Caroline Detention Facility in Virginia resulted from a visa revocation in mid-2025. Now, still with Herald, is saying that the Attorney General and Minister for Justice, Dr. Dominic Ayene, has disclosed that investigations under Operation Recover All Loots Oral has confirmed 22 million Ghana cedi in tax evasion linked to transactions under the District Road Improvement Program DRIP, alongside an additional overpayment of $2 million to JA Plant Pool. Now, Dr. Ayene made a disclosure on Saturday, January 10, 2026, during an interview on Joy News File, where he rejected claims that the excess payment resulted from a clerical error and signaled that civil recovery or criminal prosecutions remained under active consideration.
Okay, so let me take you to another crime-related story. This is a big one. We're told the police have arrested 7 persons suspected to be notorious highway robbers. You find a story on a number of pages this morning of the various...
Is it the Trazaco one?
Yes, so this one, for instance, talks about, it's on page 8, and it talks about Accra, Eastern, and Ashanti regions. So the story is by Richard Usuacha, and says that the Accra Regional Police Command, in collaboration with the Eastern Regional Police Command, has arrested 7 members of a notorious highway robbery syndicate believed to be behind a string of violent robberies across parts of the Greater Accra, Eastern, and Ashanti regions. And a statement issued and signed by Superintendent Juliana Obeng, Head of Public Affairs of the Ghana Police Service, the suspects were said to have attacked a residence at Peduase in Ibri on November 29, 2025. Now, during the attack, the alleged robbers, who were armed with firearms, allegedly made away with mobile phones, jewelry, and an undisclosed amount of cash. Now, according to the police, following intelligence-led investigations, officers from the Eastern Regional Police Intelligence Directorate, working together with their counterparts from the Greater Accra PID, arrested one of the suspects, Kofi Ishmael, age 30, on January 6, 2026, at Avenue in Accra. During interrogation, Ishmael reportedly admitted his involvement in the alleged robbery. Now, the statement further disclosed that acting on intelligence gathered from the suspect, police arrested Kwame Bediako at Ablekuma Agape. A search conducted at his residence led to the retrieval of a pump-action gun concealed within a fence wall, along with 4 BB cartridges. Now, Bediako also admitted involvement in several robbery cases and was identified as the ringleader. It goes on to
still on
some
crime.
other persons, yes.
Police have arrested 6 suspected langas following a gun battle at Trazaco in Accra. The arrests were made after police received a distress call on Friday, January 10 this year, at about 12:50 p.m. Officers who responded to the scene found a group of about 50 men firing gunshots at workers in the area, according to a police situational report. Charlie, hot afternoon. Police returned fire and pursued the suspect into a nearby bush. leading to the arrest of 6 of them. During the operation, the officers retrieved AK-47 rifles with 5 rounds of ammunition, 1 Luger T9 rifle with 5 rounds, and 1 Regard MC rifle with 13 rounds of ammunition. 4 motorbikes were also intercepted. The suspects, along with the retrieved weapons and motorbikes, have been taken to the Accra Regional Police Headquarters, where they are being held for further investigation. Hey, 50 men with guns fine hot afternoon in this our Accra. Well, there's a very interesting article by Emmanuel Pong that I think will generate some interest in your reading. Forget the retail takeover. Nigerians pumped $103 million into Ghana's economy. So it says, walk to any Ghanaian market and you hear the chatter about Nigerian traders, quote, taking over, unquote. But while the street focus on small shops, the bank accounts tell a much bigger story. Now, new data from GIPC reveals that in just 9 months, Nigerian investors legally pumped $103.6 million into Ghana's economy in the first 3 quarters of 2025. They aren't just selling goods, they are building a financial fortress. And then they give what they call the quarterly scoreboard for Nigeria's legal footprint in 2025. So they began the year with 3 registered projects worth just $600,000. And then by June, the narrative shifted. They had registered 5 new projects at $102 million. In that single quarter, Nigeria outperformed every other country, including China and UAE, to become Ghana's #1 source of investment value. In the 3rd quarter, the stabilization investment settled as the year progressed, adding 1 more major project valued at $1 million. And then the last quarter data is not here, but I think it's a very important story around. While the Guta and Co argue about Nigerian retail traders, there are major projects also coming in, which actually may be positive for the country. So it's asking for a balanced view of how we analyze investment.
Let me update you quickly on the situation with Ken Ofori-Atta. So a number of newspapers have stories on him this morning. So page 2 of the Inquisitor, for instance, says Deputy AG confirms U.S. authorities have helped Ghana to arrest 1 fugitive. And then if you turn to page 3, we're told Ofori-Atta could be in Ghana sooner than expected. So let me give you that one. So the legal walls appear to be closing in on former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta as the government signals that his repatriation from the United States may be imminent. Now, the Deputy Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Dr. Justice Ramsai, provided a significant update on the detention of the former key minister of the Espoir Akufo-Addo government, suggesting that the administrative machinery for his return to the jurisdiction is moving at an accelerated pace. Now,
I'm sure you've heard that the the embassy in Washington said they wanted to provide him consular services, but his legal team politely declined.
Yeah, that story is on page 5 of the Punch newspaper. Quickly, the embassy of Ghana in Washington, D.C. has confirmed that former Minister of Finance Ken Ofori-Atta is currently in the custody of the United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement, that is ICE. Now, in a press release dated Saturday, January 10, 2026, and signed by Ghana's ambassador to the United States, Mr. Victor Emmanuel Smith, the embassy said it received information regarding Mr. Ofori-Atta's detention and immediately took steps to verify the circumstances surrounding the matter. And according to the statement, upon confirmation, the embassy formally contacted the relevant detention facility to request access to the former finance minister in order to offer consular assistance in line with diplomatic and international protocols. However, the embassy disclosed that officials at the detention center informed them that Mr. Ofori-Atta declined to meet Ghanaian consular officers, stating that he would only agree with them in the presence of his legal representative.
So government
I'm not so sure why this has become a matter of what service was supposed to have been offered, and it's become a matter of public discussion. I'm not so sure whether that's...
Well, Sky, this story will interest you. Government secures $200 million World Bank fund to upgrade SHSs. And as Kofi Edu is writing for Daily Guide on page 9, that the government is set to upgrade about 30 Category C senior high schools and several Category B institutions under a World Bank funded program aimed at reducing disparities in the country's secondary education system. I just want to take advantage of the platform to alert the ministry that 3 towns in high school and O'Reilly senior high school, we need infrastructure.
Exactly,
so they should pump some of their funding into these 2 schools.
Now, the Temadowenya Road project story, of course, has been given an interesting slant here, but it says motorists are lamenting heavy traffic and accuse the contractor of go slow. The ongoing dualization of the Tema Committee 25 Dowenya Road, a project expected to significantly ease traffic congestion along the busy corridor, is progressing at a frustratingly slow pace, leaving commuters and motorists exasperated. Now, road users will depend on the stretch. Daily complain that the sluggish pace of work has resulted in unbearable traffic congestion, particularly during peak hours. Commuters and residents report spending several hours on the road, arriving late to work, school, and home, often exhausted and unproductive. Now, the background of the story is given. Some motorists say that since December, the situation has worsened dramatically, with some reportedly spending as long as 4 hours traveling from Tema-free zones traffic light to Dowenya, a journey that ordinarily takes 5 to 10 minutes. First Sky Construction, according to information available to the archive, has been awarded tranche 2 of the project and given a 24-month completion timeline. However, the visible slow pace of work has raised doubts. Remember when I interviewed the road minister, he said some of the work they are doing is off-site. And so when they finish and they come on site, then things will be easy. But I feel like they need to communicate a lot more and also provide alternative routes for commuters to ease their burden.
So I think the folks at First Sky, they take matters like this very seriously.
So they need to reach out to the people in that community, because it is a really, really traffic-prone route.
Meanwhile, the Member of Parliament for South Dai and Majority Chief Whip Roxy Nelson Dafamakpo is excited about the roadworks in his constituency. So he visited the Todome Palima to Tongo Germany corridor to assess progress and workmanship, and he's reported to have said that, "I'm delighted with the speed, quality, and scope of work. In just 2 months, massive progress has been made. Some contractors take 3 to 4 years to achieve this level of work, but these contractors are doing excellently." And I think the contractors are called Sanam Ghana Limited, led by engineer Gabriel Boateng. So
wonderful.
That's
Sky, we have
Finally, let me remind those of you who talk anyhow on TikTok or social media generally, please. The law is coming down very hard. So there's a story on page 2 of the Chronicle says TikToker sentenced for publishing false news about tradition rice.
Well, in this
Benin Bese. No, here, Ghana.
Hey.
The Circuit Court 10 in Accra, presided over by her Anna Evelyn Asamoah, has sentenced a 29-year-old TikToker, Francis Amofa, to a fine of 1,000 penalty units, equivalent to 12,000 Ghana cedis, for publishing false news with intent to cause fear and alarm. Now, in default of payment, Amofa will serve 50 days imprisonment with hard labor. Amofa, who operates on TikTok, I won't give his name, pleaded guilty simpliciter.
What did he do?
Apparently, he had published some false information about particular rice that he thought was not,
rice.
Yes.
They shouldn't give him rice when he goes to They should only Gary. Thank you, Richard Sky, and thank you, Caleb Kuda. That was the newspaper review. Coming up next is the Citi Business News with Netele.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Google me. At what time when you come back, we are not hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car? No, I not change my car. It be the same, right? It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so. This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir. Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them. Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel? Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you. Hey, they make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside? I give you info. Make a feel the gobe too small. Go. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
This is the City Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation.
So it's time for the City Business News with Netele Ajao. Good morning.
Good morning, Bernard, and good morning, Aldo. You're welcome to the breakfast edition of the City Business News, brought to you by MTN, EcoBank, and Valix. Coming up, President John Mahama's administration clears $1.47 billion of energy sector debt, and Treasury bills oversubscribe again as government raises 1.51 billion Ghana cedis above target. And much later, pensioners call for dialogue over 2026 NITS pension increase. Thanks for your time. Let's settle for the details now. Finance and tax analyst Nelson Kujo Kwagbeji has predicted a possible upgrade in Ghana's sovereign credit rating, pointing to a steadily improving economic outlook. He highlighted that the country's December 2025 inflation rate of 5.4% and the near completion of its debt restructuring program as key factors likely to influence international rating agencies in assessing Ghana's creditworthiness.
If you look at inflation, we ended the year 5.4%. Our gross international reserve more than $13 billion, representing more than 4 months of import cover. If you look at our currency, the Citi has remained relatively stable. Government has also demonstrated fiscal prudence during the course of the year. And if you recall, just recently, government paid over $700 million to its creditors. And so all these factors will be taken into consideration when any of the rating agencies are rating the credit worthiness of Ghana during their next rating. Currently, we are B- with a stable outlook, and we expect that we will move upwards to at least triple B plus, which is a lower medium grade with a very positive outlook.
Nelson Kujo Kwagbeji is a finance and tax analyst. Now, as government prepares to roll out the Women's Development Bank in 2026, women-led micro and small enterprises nationwide are expressing cautious optimism, hoping the initiative will ease long-standing challenges in accessing affordable financing. This report has more details.
For many women in business, particularly those operating within Ghana's vast informal sector, access to credit remains one of the biggest constraints to growth.
Interest on loans are extremely high. Some lenders charge as much as 100 cedis a week or 300 cedis a month just as interest. For small-scale businesses like mine, the profit margins are too thin to sustain such rates.
High interest rates, strict collateral requirements, and limited tailored financing options have often forced women entrepreneurs to rely on personal savings or informal lending networks. Some of the women say the anticipated Women's Development Bank could be a game changer.
I have absolute trust in the current government to deliver on its promise of rolling out the Women's Development Bank this year. It will help address the challenges women face and make us more self-reliant.
In the 2026 budget, government allocated 401 million Ghana cedis to the Women's Development Bank, up from the 51.3 million Ghana cedis in 2025, to fully bring the institution into fruition and enable it offer affordable financing to women-owned businesses. Meanwhile, former director of the Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research, Professor Peter Korti, has suggested leveraging existing banking infrastructure by creating women's desks or specialized units within established banks instead of setting up an entirely new institution.
I believe the banks can be supported to do this. Setting up a whole women's bank doesn't mean you're going to have branches. I mean, if you take Ghana Commercial Bank, for instance, it has branches in many parts of the region. If we want to do same with the Women's Bank, are we going to have as many branches as possible, just like we have in Commercial Bank or ADB? I think this idea, well, we've started it, so, but we need to link with the existing banks and ensure that even if we establish a Women's Bank, they work through the existing commercial banks, Ghana Commercial Bank, ADB, who have presence in almost every part of the country.
Economist Professor Peter Korti ending the report filed by Emmanuel Opong. Now, the Concerned SNIT Pensioners Forum is urging a review of the 10% pension increase announced by SNIT for 2026, describing it as insufficient to meet rising living costs. While welcoming the adjustment, the forum says it falls short of protecting retirees, particularly low-income pensioners, from inflation and poverty. In an interview with Citi Business News, Dr. Edu Anani Intri, spokesperson for the forum, called for a dialogue with SNIT and other stakeholders to secure a more sustainable pension adjustment.
We suggested a minimum of 600. So if we couldn't even go anywhere, at least it should be getting closer to the 600. And that is why we are saying there's a need for us to have a dialogue between all the stakeholders, the SNITs, all the relevant ministries and organizations, civil society, pensioner associations, people in academia, all inclusive dialogue. For us to come up, we should adopt a minimum wage policy that we have for salary. We should adopt the same policy, minimum pensions, which will be something that people can live on.
Dr. Edu Anani-NG, spokesperson for the Concerned SNIT Pensioners Forum. Meanwhile, the Africa Center for Retirement Research has welcomed the increase, noting that the rate is in line with global standards. Executive Director Mashood Abdallah emphasized that the adjustment reflects responsible policy for pensioners' welfare.
For 2026, pensions have been adjusted at an overall rate of 10%, a fixed rate of 6%, and a flat amount of 91.56 Ghana cedis. I'm particularly excited about the fact that the minimum pension has been increased in the year 2026. Overall, looking at the figures and purely from a technical and policy perspectives, there is a clear and deliberate attempt to get a good balance between paying good benefits and being mindful of the long-term financial integrity of the pension system. Remember, these are two very, very important policy objectives of any public pension system. If you take the rate of increment in the minimum pension and the redistributive factor of the flat amount, it is enough to conclude that the Social Security Administration has strengthened the poverty relief measures.
That was Executive Director of the Africa Center for Retirement Research, Mashood Abdallah. Now, government has cleared debts in the energy sector within its first year, restoring international confidence and ensuring reliable electricity supply. In January 2025, non-payments for gas from the offshore Cape 3 Points field had fully depleted the $500 million World Bank partial risk guarantee, a facility underpinning nearly $8 billion in private investment through the Sankofa gas project. By the end of 2025, the government had repaid $597 million, including interest, fully restoring the PRG. It's also settled all outstanding gas invoices to ENI and Vitol, totaling $480 million, and renegotiated IPP agreements, paying about $393 million in legacy IPP debts. Through these actions, government has strengthened energy sector stability, increased gas production, and improved value for money, laying the foundation for reliable nationwide electricity supply. Government short-term securities continued to attract strong investor interest last week, enabling the Treasury to raise 1.51 billion Ghana cedis, more than its target at the last auction. Data from the Bank of Ghana shows that investors submitted 9.1 billion Ghana cedis in bids across the 91-day, 182-day, and 364-day T-bills. Out of this amount, 9.08 billion was accepted, translating into excess demand of 29.41%. Here's more. This resulted in excess demand of 29.41%, marking the seventh consecutive auction in which demand has exceeded the government's target. Market analysts attribute the sustained appetite largely to improved liquidity conditions in the financial system, driven mainly by institutional investors. The 91-day T-bill remained the most attractive instrument, drawing bids worth 6.54 billion Ghana cedis, almost all of which was accepted. The 182-day bill recorded bids of 1.06 billion Ghana cedis, with 1.05 billion Ghana cedis taken up, while the 364-day bill attracted 1.5 billion Ghana cedis, of which 1.4 was accepted. Yields rose across most maturities, reflecting the strong demand environment. The 91-day bill increased by 6 basis points to 11.17% from 11.11%. The 182-day bill also rose by 6 basis points to 12.56%. However, the 364-day bill backed the trend, easing marginally by 3 basis points to 12.90% from 12.93%. Market analysts attribute this slight decline to pricing dynamics between investors and the Treasury. They explained that while some investors are submitting bids above government's preferred yield levels in an attempt to secure higher compensation, the Treasury, on the other hand, appears to be rejecting these bids in order to manage borrowing costs. Looking ahead, the Treasury is targeting 7.14 billion Ghana cedis in its next auction across the 3 short-term instruments. And that's it for our bulletin this morning. For more news, visit citinewsroom.com/business. I am Neteli Neti Ajahu. Do have a good business day.
Hey, do they want to suck you dry? Now, why shall tin way? Engagement things and kwenye. Hey, sure. They even added washing machine, fridge, flat screen TV. 65 inches and so. How do they expect you to buy all these and still take care of your family? Oh, Kwame.
Mama. And how hukra? With Access Bank's Pick Now Pay Later, we can get everything now in minutes and pay at 0% interest over the next 6 months. Eye koko kra.
Hey, sir.
Access Bank says faster is here. With a now digitized Pick Now Pay Later, life's big moments are within reach. Just click, pick, approved in minutes. For more information, call our 24-hour contact center on 0800 00 4400. Terms and conditions apply. Access Bank, more than banking.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
October 2021, I give my heart and make I know. October 2022.
13 after 7 just gone by. Natalie Nete served you the breakfast edition of the City Business News. Many thanks to Access Bank. And Access Bank rewarding our customers is at the heart of what we do. We've introduced Rewards by Access, a loyalty program designed to add value to your everyday banking experience. Whether you're shopping, traveling, or handling business expenses, every transaction you make with Access Card brings you closer to exclusive benefits, premium privileges, personalized rewards, all tailored to suit your lifestyle. Points earned through your card transactions can be redeemed seamlessly at any of our merchant partners nationwide. So whether you're a frequent flyer, regular shopper, managing daily, family, or personal or business needs, Rewards by Access ensures you get more from every spend. So use your Access card today. Enjoy a rewarding banking experience only with Access Bank. LoyaltyRewards.ghana.accessbankplc.com is where to visit. There's a toll-free number. Call 0800 004400 for more details. Access Bank, more than banking. Benjamin Nketia is here ready to serve you kickoff. That's brought to you by Lesheho and Shell. As we step into this brand new year, Lesheho Ghana says thank you. Thank you to our cherished customers for trusting, supporting, and doing business with us throughout 2025. Your loyalty means everything to us. In this new year, we're looking forward to working with you even more, supporting your goals, your dreams, your financial growth, and improving your lives with innovative financial solutions. From all of us at Lesheho Ghana, we wish you a prosperous, fulfilling, and successful new year. Lesheho Ghana, let's improve life. Shell is proud to be associated with Kickoff. It's been a filling after filling moment at Shell. Drivers all over Ghana, including Emmanuel Emisa Datsun from Accra and many others across the country, have already won free fuel by just trying the new and improved Shell fuels. And you could be next in our upcoming weekly draw. We're running this to the end of February. Buy 300 Ghana cedis or more worth of the new and improved Shell fuels. Stand a chance to win big. 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, even 1 year free fuel up for grabs. What a feeling. Don't miss the opportunity. Visit the nearest Shell service station. Fill up for an opportunity to become one of our weekly winners. It's a promo that's regulated by the NLA on its Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. New and improved Shell fuels, better by far. Benjamin Nketia has kickoff.
Wonderful morning to all of you out there. Kickoff proudly brought to us by Shell. Shell Go Well, Politan Ghana, and Let's Improve Life. In the headlines this morning, the second round of the Ghana Premier League is underway. Also in the AFCON, the semi-final pairings are set. Nigeria take on host nation Morocco, and Egypt up against Senegal. In the English FA Cup, a number of big clubs were shown the exit. And let's get into it with the Ghana Premier League, and the second round got underway in style over the weekend. Clubs returning to action amid some drama, goals, and also a number of talking points across various match centers. Julio Ashrifi Anwar now brings us a wrap of the weekend's action.
The second round of the Ghana Premier League kicked off in Grand Style this weekend with drama, late goals, and upsets in true Ghanaian fashion. On Friday, bottom round Techiman 11 Wonders defied the odds, beating Basake Holy Stars in a morale-boosting win. For 11 Wonders head coach Emmanuel Edu, this victory was welcome.
It feels great, but we still need to work more. We not just get solely headed by this win. There's some more hurdles to clear. So we are just excited.
On the other side, Basake Holy Stars coach Johnson Smith struggled to explain his team's performance.
Because it's the same thing we are asking them, that's why I have to believe. The same thing I'm asking them, that's why I have to believe. Because these boys and their attitude before a match and after training and others, is obvious. And so I was there to side them up. This is our problem.
This win moves 11 Wonders to 9 points, only their second of the season, giving them a lifeline in the relegation battle. Saturday saw a dramatic finish as the oldest club in the country, Accra Hearts of Oak, urged debutant Hohoi United with a stoppage time goal from Mauli Wayo, securing all 3 points. Hohoi United currently sits 18th with 18 points and after 18 matches. Under new coach Kasim Gojodesi, they're trying to steady the ship following the sacking of Abdul Rahim Tijani. Sunday delivered a full slate of action.
So you heard Julio Ashrifi Anwar bringing you some snippets of the wrap there from the Ghana Premier League. Let's get into some other stuff and let's go to the AFCON. And Nigeria are in the Final Four. They will play host nation Morocco. Goals from Victor Osimhen and Akor Adams kept the Super Eagles firmly on course in their title push. In Agadir, Egypt produced a good display to knock out defending champions Cote d'Ivoire, winning by 3-2. Mohamed Salah scoring the decisive goal in that one. Senegal are also in the Final Four after edging Mali by 1-0 in a tense West African derby, while host Morocco maintained their dream of their first AFCON title in 50 years with a comfortable 2-0 win over Cameroon. Now Senegal and now join Nigeria, Egypt, and Morocco in the semis, which kick off this Wednesday. Let's get to some reaction as Senegal and Everton forward Ilman Ndiaye says that the Teranga Lions have what it takes to go all the way.
No, of course, see, we can't hide it, we're a strong team, but we don't really think about we're the strongest team or, we just stay together and just play the way we've been playing and trying to win games. And we want to go as far as we can in the competition and obviously win the trophy. But yeah, everyone's just on the same page. We're doing everything together. We stuck together in the hotel and everything. But no, we're doing good at the moment, and we want to keep that going.
When you go to the camp of the indomitable Lions of Cameroon, they have exited the competition, but Captain Nuhu Tolo, he expressed pride in his team's performance and confidence in the current crop of players.
To be honest, I'm very, very happy about the team, young player, excited player. Because in the beginning, nobody expects us to be part of the final, so I'm very happy. We learn a lot. I have a lot of respect for the Moroccan. A lot of things happen today, but nothing negative. Move forward. Learning is the most important because sometimes, as a young player, when you finish, you're going to say about refresh now. I mean, like I said, the most important thing in life is just be positive. When I see this team, it's going to be a big future in Europe.
Let's move it on to some other stuff now, and let's get to the FA Cup. Big shocks over the weekend, big talking points as well. Now, one of the biggest talking points came from Sith tier side Macclesfield, who stunned defending champions Crystal Palace, sent them packing. 2-1 is how that game ended. Ghana's Antoine Semenyo was also in the headlines, scoring and assisting in his Manchester City debut when they were also up against Exeter City in that game. 10-1 is how that game ended. When you go to the world of shocks, Man United have crashed out of the competition, losing 2-1 at home to Brighton and Hove Albion, with former Red Devil Danny Welbeck scoring the decisive goal. Reacting after the game, Man United's interim coach Darren Fletcher had this to say.
Bitterly disappointed because we're at the FA Cup. I think the players see the reaction at the end, and deservedly so. So we're disappointed with the result, and probably disappointed with some moments in the game, especially responding to Brighton's first goal. I think we took too long to respond from that. So the players are down, disappointed, hurt, but they're going to have to pick themselves up and recover because we've got a big game next week. Well, first of all, I've not had conversations, just finished the game, doing media, speaking to the players, speaking to the staff. Any time you come in at Manchester United, it's a massive job. The thing for me is there's still a lot to play for this season. And I think if I look at the players, and we get players back from injury and in AFCON, and we get a fuller squad, I think these players have got the ability to qualify in a Champions League place, and that should be their objective, that should be their mindset. But they're going to have to come together and be part of that as well. It's not about a manager, it's not about directors, it's about everyone, and the players have to group together, take responsibility.
Man United's interim boss Darren Fletcher speaking. Arsenal eased past Portsmouth by 4-1 hat-trick from Gabriel Martinelli. Now, there were several penalty shootouts, with Sunderland eliminating Everton, Wrexham knocking out Nottingham Forest, and Newcastle edging AFC Bournemouth after a thrilling shootout. Aston Villa have also sent Tottenham Hotspur packing Chelsea cruise past Charlton Athletic, with Liam Rosenior winning his first game as Chelsea manager. Wolverhampton Wanderers also recorded a convincing 6-1 win over Shrewsbury Town. Our attention turns to tonight's final fixture at Liverpool host Barnsley at 7:45 p.m. When you go to Spain, Barcelona lifted the Spanish Super Cup after edging Real Madrid 3-2 in an entertaining final played in Saudi Arabia. Rafinha was the star of the night with 2 goals, while Robert Lewandowski added the winner as Barca claimed their 16th Super Cup title, despite finishing the game with 10 men following a late red card for Frankie de Jong. In Germany's Bundesliga, Bayern sent a strong warning signal to their rivals with an emphatic 8-1 win over Wolfsburg. Borussia Mönchengladbach also enjoyed a comfortable game, brushing aside Augsburg by 4-0. That's all for this morning's edition of Kickoff. I am Benjamin Nketiah, the small sports at citysportsonline.com.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS. Papa no no, 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 Ankasa. Polytank is everywhere, durable and authentic. Stronger brand you can trust. Polytank, we get some more Rambo and get some more Super. And the Polytank we did. Polytank, papa no no, 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 Ankasa. Always the best.
Every family is a team, and every player has a role. Mums and dads, siblings, grandparents, aunts and uncles, and even that one cousin who can't tell a foul from offside, but who always remembers your birthday. Even if you're far away, you can still score for your team. Send them money with Western Union. Cash pickup in minutes. Check it out at westernunion.com.
If you need unique services, innovative financial solutions, we deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, hey, let's share go, hey, let's share go, hey, mama, hey, mama, hey, mama. Even when you're stuck with nothing, come to Let's Share No matter your situation, let's share go. Let's share go. We improve your life. Let's share go. Hey, let's share go. Hey, let's share go. Hey, mama, hey mama, hey mama. Let's share go. We improve your life. Papa no no, papa no no, papa no no, papa no no, no, papa no no, Ankasa. Polytank is everywhere, durable and authentic. Stronger brand you can trust. Polytank, we get some more Rambo and get some more super. And the Polytank, we did Polytank. Papa no no, papa no no, papa no no, papa no no, no, papa no no, Ankasa. Polytank, the original, always the best.
Concerned about your health? Don't let uncertainty weigh you down. Get the clarity you deserve with SynLab. We offer fast, accurate, and reliable diagnostic testing, from routine blood work to advanced screenings. With over 5,000 tests and branches nationwide, SynLab delivers the trusted quality you've come to rely on. Our expert team uses cutting-edge technology to provide the answers you need so you can take control of your well-being today. Visit any SynLab branch. Call 0302-763-580 or 059-380-410 or 059-380-4101 or check out synlab.com.gh. SynLab, your trusted lab right where you are. SynLab, the new med lab. SynLab, test with the best.
Today, we hit the streets to ask Ghanaians, what would you do with free fuel for 1 year?
Oh, road trips with the girls every weekend.
That's extra savings to help fix my car.
Charlie, 1 whole year, I'll finally be able to visit my mom without worrying about the distance.
This season, it's feeling after filling from Shell with new and improved fuels so you can do the things you love. Buy 300 Ghana cedis or more worth of new and improved Shell fuels and stand a chance to win free fuel for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or even 1 year. It's time to try the new and improved Shell fuels with additives that deliver efficiency, cleaning, protection, and performance. Don't miss out. Fill up with new and improved Shell fuels and get rewarded. Promo runs till the 28th of February 2026. T's and C's apply.
New and improved Shell fuels. Simply better by far.
This December, chop life with no fear of January. You know why? The SG Ghana Festive Cashback promo is here. Use your SG Ghana Visa card. Shop, chill, party, enjoy, and stand the chance of winning your share of 120,000 Ghana cedis. Here's how. Between now and the 31st of January 2026, use your SG Ghana Visa card for all your transactions. Make at least 5 transactions totaling not less than 2,000 Ghana cedis, and your share of the 120,000 Ghana cedis could be a reality in the grand draw. The more transactions you make, the better your chances of winning. So go on. Use your SG Ghana Visa card and spend with confidence this Christmas, because January fit reward you big time. Haha. Charlie, yes! SG Ghana Festive Cashback promo. Spend now, smile later. For more inquiries, call 0302-214-314. T's and C's apply. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
Hey, is it my TV or my eyes? Why? If you say everything clear past my future.
Oh, Charlie, it's not your eyes. It's the TCL C6K QD Mini LED TV.
With QD Mini LED technology, you get deep blacks, bright highlights, and colors so real. See, even the referee's board head, they shine.
Movies, football, gaming, every detail sharp like a new razor blade.
If your old TV they show bleh bleh, Charlie, it's time to upgrade.
Visit any Electroland Ghana shop for yours and enter the ongoing Achedia promo.
TCL C6K QD Mini LED TV.
TCL, inspire greatness.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
The Money Matters segment is brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
Welcome to the Money Matters segment with Petra. It's the beginning of a year.
Before you set goals, let's do a reality check. Today's money task is simple. Take stock. Do a quick financial audit. What's coming in? What's going out? And what do you actually have saved right now? No judgment, just clarity. Because you can't plan where you're going if you don't know where you are. At Petra, we care deeply about you making wise financial decisions. And if you need guidance, our financial advisors are available to give you free financial advice. Start by doing this reality check. Let's do life together. Petra, achieve more.
The Money Matters segment was brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Mr. J, you are 98 and still strong. What is your secret?
Simple, my son. I eat Dimfonio every day, the Asian superfood that kept our forefathers strong and energetic.
Dimfonio cooks faster than other cereals. It can be used for porridge, tasty jollof, salad, wache, and even baked foods. It's packed with nutrients to keep you strong and healthy.
Where can we get it?
In all leading supermarkets and local shops across Ghana. Dimfonio, our heritage, our pride. For bulk purchases, call Amati Company Limited on 0200-775144. Dimfonio, nourishment for today. This advert is approved by the FD.
Whether you're buying water from your favorite spot in Osu, shopping online for the latest styles, or booking your next getaway to Dubai, MasterCard gives you the freedom to pay your way. Insert, tap, swipe, click. So many options, yet so easy. With layers of security protecting every payment, your money stays safe. From Trotro to travel, MasterCard connects you to the life you've earned and the one you dream of. Ask your bank for a MasterCard today. MasterCard. Safe, convenient, priceless.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
City 97.3.
So it's 7:36 on the City Breakfast Show. It's Monday the 12th. And a couple of quick birthday requests coming through on the show today. So happy birthday to Nana Joa Dufu, Corporate Affairs at GMPC. Belated happy birthday to our own Deputy Managing Director in charge of services, Professor Frederick Ahiakpo. Your birthday was Sunday, 11 January. Wish you good health and many more years of grace, endless blessings from all of us as ADB PLC. Happy birthday to Mrs. Janet Senuvi of the Apostolic Church. Enjoy your special day coming in from all your children and your grandchildren. Today, the 12th of January, is your birthday, Mrs. Janet Senuvi.
And this one is to celebrate Ken Segbefia and Diana Ansa, who got married over the weekend. They had a truly beautiful ceremony.
Is that the name?
Yes. Ken Segbefia.
No, I want the other name.
Agazagozi Spakolo.
Agazagozi Spakolo.
Yes, Agazagozi Spakolo.
You gave him that name?
No, that mean when he was, doing
Agazagozi Spakolo.
Yeah, that's right.
He got married over the
right.
weekend.
Yes. And the family was there in a truly beautiful way. Uncle, Pasig Bay was there.
Mm-hmm.
Then we also had, what's the name, the chief of staff in the office of the vice president.
Oh, was also there.
Alex Segbefia.
Oh, are they related to Agazagozi?
Yeah, that's right. They are, the Segbefia family.
I have one who was in my class.
Okay. Yeah. And Harold was also the big shows were.
Wow.
It was a beautiful ceremony.
Agazagozi Spakolo.
Yes.
Happy birthday to Daniel Oforiata of the Assurance Department of Deloitte, and to Nana Ekua Asari of the Assurance Department from Kojo Daniel Owusu, who is the country managing partner at Deloitte. All the birthday requests on this program are probably brought to you by MasterCard. Don't just wish a request, make it priceless with spending via MasterCard. Happy birthday to my little amazing brother Nicholas Elolo Agbenoto. Wishing you a day filled with joy, laughter, and love. May God bless you with another year of growth, success, and happiness. Love you, bro, from Gloria Yayara Agbenoto.
Right, Bernard, it's also the birthday of Nakoshitaki of Stanbic Bank. Happy birthday to her. Happy birthday to our indefatigable staff midwife Lucy Ajoloko at the Nasira Maternity Wing of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Hospital, Aguna Suedro. May God continue to order your steps. From the staff and management of Ahmadiyya Muslim Hospital, Aguna Suedro.
And one of our favorite people on the Citi Breakfast Show has joined us this morning. Man. She's called Frima Edunyame. What's the color you're wearing? Is it?
It's turquoise.
No, and the one sky is wearing is called what? Oh, so the Channel 1 green is turquoise.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And this is teal.
This teal.
Okay, I'm learning small.
No, you are doing well.
It's good to have you on the program.
I'm excited to be
here. The big
here.
announcement is here today. Frima is joining us too. I'm surprised Heritage Caravan is already 10 years old.
It is. So how time flies, huh?
How many of the 10 have you witnessed?
9.
Is it?
Yes.
Which means you joined a caravan before you started working with us.
Yes.
Because you're working for 8 years here.
Yes, I've been working for 8 years, and I joined the caravan in 2017.
As an outsider.
Yes.
So how did you hear about it? Because that time it wasn't even that wild. It was, I don't think it was the whole country. The first 2 episodes were selected.
It was selected. So I
places.
remember even joining the caravan in Kumasi.
Oh.
Yes, because I had an event in Kumasi, so
okay.
I couldn't come to Accra.
So you did soppy one song.
Yeah, I was like, no, but still, I'll go.
Where did you go from Kumasi? Because I think we did a military.
Yes, the military museum.
Yes.
So I met them at the military museum, and I don't really remember the full details because it's been one caravan after the other.
It's too much.
So, yeah.
But at what point were you doing U-Tour? Because I think there was one caravan that Samens told me that you would join us and record some things for U-Tour, because that was a show you were doing on, I think, Metro TV or something.
Yes. So I was doing U-Tour as my own production. It was airing on Metro TV, and then I joined Citi in 2018.
Which means the 2017 version was the one that he told me that you were joining so that you will film some parts for your show.
Yes.
But I don't know if you're able to do it.
Yes. Well, a little bit, but when I joined in 2018, that I did it properly because now U-Tour was airing on Citi at the time, you know, Citi TV at the time. So we had to do it, and it was quite, you know, interesting and tedious at the same time, because you have to stop, go record, you know, shoot somewhere, chase the bus, you know how the bus moves and all. So you have to do, because you also don't want to miss the fun, you know, on the bus. So
one of the things that I find amazing is something has been running for 10 years, but every year gets more exciting. There are few things like that.
Yes.
Because, you know, usually when you do something a few times, you get used to it. But I don't know, something about Heritage Caravan that I don't know what it is. You
know, so with the Heritage Caravan, you know, Ghana is very big. So even in Accra, you can't explore the whole of Accra in 2 days. So that's the kind of work that goes into the Heritage Caravan. We make sure that for patrons who will be on board, and let's not forget that we have patrons who have been on the caravan for 5 times, for 7 times. We always make sure that the experience is not the same. The places that we visit will not be the same. We change the dynamics all the time. So we ensure that people can come in. It doesn't matter whether you were on last year, the experience will be different, even if we are in Accra, even if we are in the Eastern region. So we'll be in so let's say 2018, we're in the Eastern region. 2019, we were there as well. 2020, but the experience will be different.
Because you may visit a different part of the region. And also the routes do change. I recall there were years we started and set off towards Cape Coast.
Yes.
And then went through the Western region and climbed up.
This would be like 4 years ago.
And then come down and through the Volta.
Yes.
The other times we do the other way around.
Do the Volta, do Amejope and all that.
And then come down through the Western.
Exactly.
All right. The other thing I find interesting is that in the past, we just set off. But for the past few years, we set off with a kinky party in Accra, some great music. Even the set off is a big thing.
Yes.
And then now we've added an Accra tour.
Exactly. And that is because we are touring. You see, we don't need to take for granted the fact that not all the patrons who come on Heritage Caravan are from Accra.
Correct.
So some come from different parts of the country. Others are coming from outside Ghana.
Exactly.
So we just don't converge and move.
Good.
So Greater Accra is part of the regions in Ghana.
Correct.
So we also need that excitement. Remember last year we had the Volta food experience.
Yes, please.
So we're in the Volta region, you know, all the Amadechis people. You know, so the family of the Dechis, you know, we enjoyed all that. So in Greater Accra, it's also important for us to give that experience to people who are visiting Accra. And that is why we have changed how we even move, you know, how the whole caravan starts. So in Greater Accra, we start, you know, we have the kinky party, we have, entertainment, everything. And that is where the bonding starts.
So the Heritage Caravan is not just sitting in a bus and driving around the country. It's going through the cultural experience of every region.
Exactly.
So you curate specific engagements per region.
Yes.
So people have an immersive feel of the region.
Absolutely.
And some of these are formal meetings because you meet chiefs.
Yes.
I remember when we went to Dagbon, the Yana was waiting for us. They've been waiting for like since afternoon.
Yeah.
It was a whole formal debate. And I was like, hey,
you know, so last year we were at the Bewa Palace as well.
Yeah.
And when we got there, you know, we had delays on the road because if you're moving with that crowd, you know, stop, I want to do A, I want to do B, I want to do, you know, I say A and B, you know, all that, you have to make room for that. So when we got to the Bewa Palace, we were a little bit behind schedule. So we thought, okay, can we just rush through the stuff? Let's just meet up. It doesn't, no. We will still go through the protocol. So we are sitting, I was like,
you eat cola, you clap your hands,
do the cola, do everything.
Hey, my brother.
It also, you know, exposes us to who we are as a people, the cultural you know, immersion that comes with it, because a lot of people who are not from the northern part really, in quotes, have no business going up north. You know, so all their life, you know, revolves around the southern parts of the country and all. So it's also an avenue for people to know what happens up north. And people really get excited, and it also let us know that Accra is not Ghana.
So you deliberately pick events and activities that give people, so it's not just tourism, because I do know we do some tourist site visits as well. So there's tourism and also the cultural, and now you've added the food experience to the whole thing.
We've done that.
Wow.
Exactly.
So every year there's something different.
Yes.
All right. So this year, the Heritage Caravan, when is it happening? What are the dates?
So we leave Accra on the 1st of March.
Day
one of March, we are leaving. You know, so the Heritage Caravan is the first event that kickstart our Heritage Month. So it's always in the first week of March.
So that's
this
a
year,
Sunday.
So this year we move on Sunday. We come back on Sunday, which is the 8th of March.
Okay.
So 1st to 8th March 2026.
I see. And which regions are we visiting this year?
So this year we start from Greater Accra, which is the premises of Channel 1 TV. Tesano. So we are doing the Kenke party. We will have a bit of Wache. We'll have the brass band coming in. So we do that. So by 5:30, the caravan has begun.
All right.
So we meet here at 5:30 a.m. for the Greater Accra experience. The Kenke. Wache. Now Wache is
early morning like that.
You see, one thing with the caravan is
you have to pack because they are long drives.
And in the middle of the caravan, we sometimes move around 5 a.m. We move around, and the caravan is like that. You even lose track of the days of the week.
You forget where you are.
So sometimes you don't know whether today is Wednesday or today is Tuesday. Where we are going. When they say sleep, then you sleep. Wake up, then we wake up. So we don't even know. When they say eat, we are eating. Stop, then we are stopping. So it is not on Heritage Caravan. There's nothing like it's too early or it's too late. So we'll still do the Kenke and the Wache, with the brass band at 5:30 from Greater Accra, and then
we will do
leave.
any visits in the region, or this time we are moving quickly?
This
because
time,
of the time?
yes, we are moving quickly, but maybe go through.
Because last year we went through the lighthouse,
exactly.
We went through Gamashi areas, but this year we'll move quickly.
We'll move quickly because this year, still on the day one, we have Safari Valley. To visit.
Safari Valley.
Yes. In the eastern region.
The eastern region.
Yes. So now,
what's the name of the town? Is it Edukrom?
Edukrom, yes. So we'll go through the Safari Valley.
Before you go to the Volta region?
Before we go to, in fact, this time around, we are not going to Volta region proper, but we will go through.
Okay.
We will not be sleeping
in the Volta region,
but we'll go through the Volta region.
So you will go to Safari Valley?
Yes.
Are you sleeping there?
We are not sleeping there. We are sleeping at Royal Citi.
Wow. From forest to riverside.
The caravan is a great opportunity to showcase
some of our
beautiful Ghana.
And the Safari Valley is
exactly. So day one from Greater Accra.
Sky, have you gone to Safari Valley before?
Yes, I've been there,
bro. It's something else.
I
wonder how they created the place.
Yeah.
So the first day, Edukrom,
yes,
through the mountains, ending up at Senchi.
Yes.
Sleeping at Senchi.
We are sleeping at Senchi, but Senchi too. You remember last year we were with the Chinchin band?
Yes, please.
So in fact, Chinchin is already even at Safari Valley waiting because they are that ready.
Okay.
So in that evening at the Royal Senchi, we have dinner with the live band, and Chinchin will be there and all that. So day one is very packed. So this is what's going to happen on day one. Now, day two, we leave the Royal Senchi and we are heading to the Upper East region.
You can't be serious.
Yes,
from Eastern to Upper East.
We are going.
Hey,
you understand?
What is this?
Well,
you are using Eastern Corridor, I hope.
Yes, we are using the Eastern Corridor.
So you drive largely through Volta,
exactly.
OT.
So go through OT and all that. And then
because from Senchi, Asikuma through the road that's mentioned, the minister, the deputy chief would mention today. So Peki, Todome, all the way, all through to Hokwe, to Otidamanko, all those sites.
And make a stop at Ghana's Hotel.
So you pass through Bimbila.
We'll go through Bimbila. In fact, we make a stop in Bimbila.
My God.
But the final destination is Upper East region,
which means you use Nalerigu.
Yeah.
And then you end up Wale Wale, and then you continue all through to Bolga.
All the way to Bolga.
Hey!
Yes.
This is grueling.
It is a road trip. And you see, the beautiful thing is, it's not just a one move. So you know how we do it. We stop at filling stations. We do jama in between. We are eating.
I've never used the Eastern Corridor to the north. The farthest I've gone is, I think, Jasikan or so. So I really would love to be on that. But let's see how it goes.
Well, it should be. I mean, you can just, it's you. So you can pass through.
If Caleb and Sky will have mercy on me.
They will.
So that's day two, Upper East.
Yes.
So this is straight to Paga.
Yes. So we are just moving in there, just straight. Get there, miss the cultural display and all that with dinner and stuff. And then day three, we are moving now to northern region proper.
So you come down.
So we are coming down. So in the morning, that's where we'll do the Paga, we do the Bolga, we day,
So you do an event in the Upper East region?
Yes.
This is like an exhibition
like
of
a proper exhibition.
On the day two?
On day two.
Okay.
So now we are in day 3.
Okay.
So the morning of Bolgatanga.
So they will rest a bit.
Oh, so they will rest.
The drive was crazy.
Oh yeah.
So that evening we have the cultural display, you know, to show us the Upper East culture and all that with food. You get a vibe, yeah. That is it. You got it.
So all of that.
So we do that in the morning. We have the Bolga We Day, the exhibition, and then we move to the Paga, you know, the
Crocodile Pond
border, Burkina Faso and all that. Yes, and then we are moving to Modern City Hotel.
In Tamale now.
In Tamale.
So now you are in Tamale proper.
Yes. So now we are in Tamale. And in Tamale we'll be at the Modern City Hotel. That will be our anchor hotel. And for the first time, I'm excited to announce that we'll be staying in the northern region for 2 nights.
Wow. Yes. So we will not rush.
So we are not rushing.
Hence the long drive.
Exactly. And it's also a way for us
2 days in the
northern region. Because we really want to explore northern region. So we will be 2 days there. So we will do the Mole National Park. We'll, you know, Mole has its own excitement and its own feel that it comes with, you know. So there's another safari there, you know. So we are doing the Mole tour and all that. And then we'll also visit the Larabanga Mosque. We've not done Larabanga in a while.
Yes.
So we are doing Larabanga.
So this is on the Savannah region, down Mongo Road.
Yes.
So, wow.
And you know there's the Mystic Stone also in that area.
So basically
as well.
that route is Fufu Sola Road, Larabanga Mosque,
the
Mystic Stone, and then you end up at the what do you call it? The Mole.
No, so we are done with Mole.
And then you do
so then we do
it's on the same day.
It's on the same day.
The same stretch.
Because now we have time in northern region.
So you sleep in the northern region.
Yes. Now when we are coming back from Larabanga, we are going straight to the Dakpema Palace.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
So, I mean, when we say we are exploring the northern region, we are indeed exploring it. So
this one, you're not rushing at all.
No. So we go there to the Dakpema Palace in Tamale, you know, for proper culture and tradition.
Wonderful.
How is done up north, you know. So we will have all the horse dancing. I mean, it was in the northern region that I saw a horse dancing to rhythm.
Sure.
I was shocked.
It's not easy.
Horse, ponko, horse.
Horses are very. If a well-trained horse is an asset in Asian battle.
Yes.
A well-trained horse is more than a Charlie.
Yeah.
So you do 2 days of the northern region.
Yes.
With all those activities. When you are done, where do you go next?
So day 5, we are moving from the northern region and we are coming to the Ashanti region, Piao.
Okay. Piao.
Yes.
Your people.
So, hey, museum.
Say
mom. Yeah, that's right. So we are coming to the Ashanti region, and you know certain things are peculiar to certain regions.
Of course,
you can't be in the Ashanti region and not experience fufu the chobawe. We did it last year, and gosh, fufu tasted differently. You understand? Fufu tasted differently.
I tell you.
So if it's good, we do a round 2 and make it better.
So the Kumasi fufu experience,
yes, will happen. You understand? Choba with music and everything.
Yes.
You get it?
Fufu in Fagba.
That's what it means.
Oh, how? You see, the challenge I have with Sky is the things you are saying. I have to read your lips in addition to what I'm hearing.
Can you say Vegba?
What?
Vegba.
Calm down.
Vegba.
How do you spell it?
Yeah, correct.
Ba or ba?
Ba.
But why? Why? Vegba. What does it mean?
Apotoyiwa.
But say Apotoyiwa, I'll say Ayowa. Let's go.
Isn't Vegba shorter than Apotoyiwa?
No.
Isn't Vegba more technical?
No, but Apotoyiwa. You pronounce it as you see it spelled. But the how do you spell? What?
It's a letter in the Ewe language.
Now you are writing you, then you put a small curl.
Thank you. Like you are learning Chinese. Vegba. Okay. So in that Vegba. I thank you. We are in Kumasi at this point, so let me use Iowa. Okay. So yes, we are having the fufu, the choba way, and then we'll also visit the Konfanoche sword site.
Okay.
You know, because we've not done that also in a very long time.
Okay.
So we'll visit the Konfanoche sword site, and then come to the Noda Hotel
That's in Ashanti as well.
That's in Ashanti as well. So we are lodging in the Noda Hotel.
Nice place.
And I mean, you can't be in Kumasi without the Adowa and all this and all. So it would be, yeah, yeah.
And if you want to Charlie, Adowa they dance. You have to differentiate between Adowa and Kete.
Okay, so Adowa is relaxed, it's calm. Kete is a bit
more aggressive.
Okay. Yes, and the Kete comes with its own drums. So when you see the red and black drums, that's the Kete drums.
Okay, it's different from Adowa.
Yes, the Adowa comes with the normal drums, the round one, and all that.
Okay.
Yeah, but Adowa rhythm is very close to Agbaja rhythm. Yes. So for instance, the timer is the bell.
Okay.
So Adowa is king, 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 king. Now Agbaja is king, 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 king.
So they are relatives.
So you can use that same thing to do the Adowa as well. Yes.
So this guy who did Donjology thing, he didn't teach us this.
I was doing direct, was writing plays, so allow him.
God, you are not serious.
Right. So in the evening.
I was doing the more advanced version.
I'm really proud of you.
Of the study.
So in Ashanti region.
Yes. So in Ashanti region, we'll be lodging at the Noda Hotel.
Okay.
And then day 6, we are leaving the Ashanti region and we are going all the way to the Western region.
Straight Western
Maha.
Diamonds.
So we are going to Maha. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Sissy boom, double boom, sissy boom, double boom, sissy boom, double boom.
So Maha.
Thank you very much.
So that's Western region.
So that's Western region. So we are in Maha now. Now at Maha, in the morning there'll be a bit of aerobics. You know the whole Maha feel, no. So from the fufu and the chozafi and all that, we need to do small exercise. So there'll be a bit of aerobics when we get to Maha. Now the night at Maha. Will be joined by DJ Mingle. The night of Maha. We will be singles will be mingling.
With the DJ Mingle.
Couples will be doubling. You understand? So singles are mingling, couples doubling. Mingle is, mixing.
So this is happening in the
Maha. So there'll be a proper nightclub session at Maha.
I see.
You understand?
You understand?
Exactly.
So this is on our 6th day.
So this is exactly. So we do that, and then we move from Maha. So we will come through Kwame Nkrumah's hometown. So we are doing Nkrofo, and then we come to the Takrady Market Circle area, where we will also experience. We've not slept in Takrady.
We always pass the Takrady.
So it's either we are doing Maha or we are doing Cape Coast. But
so
this time around we will sleep in Tadi.
Takrady na me police.
You understand?
Takrady na me city.
No, is it Takrady police? Sekunde police.
Yeah.
Who must say police?
So
for
the first time we sleep in Takrady.
Exactly, and we can't be in Takrady and not see the uncles.
Of course.
Okay.
We have to have a nice time with the masquerades, with the uncles. So is Abedimpo. Move so quiet. What was it? All couples. Team move. What I said. Abedimpo. So we get there. We will have nice.
So it means 2 days in Western region.
So 2 days in Western region. One in Maha, one in Takrady.
Yes, Maha is in Atuabo area, and then
exactly. And in Takrady, we are lodging at the Palms by Eagles. The Palms by Eagles.
Messi.
Exactly.
Wow.
So and then in the night we have our formal dinner. So this is where it's about gowns, it's about tuxedos, it's about kaftan, it's about you understand? Blinks kakra, you understand? That's it. The whole 9 yards. You get it? So that one has a red lipstick, moke, you understand? I want to see a bed dressing, bring your outfit because you are going to formal
so that's
dinner.
In the
at the
Palms by Eagles.
Palms by Eagles. So this will happen in Takrady.
Good.
So this is day 7.
Then from there.
And then on day 8, we leave the Western region, that's Takoradi. We are coming back to Accra, but we'll make a stop at the Elmina Castle.
Wait. Let me pause you there. You mean you go? You know the biggest tourist attraction site in Takoradi these days is President John Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo statue.
Oh.
No. So it is important. Yeah, so what you need to make at least.
So from there you do Elmina Castle.
Yes, and then our final destination will be at the Channel 1 TV premises at Tesano.
So this is a different one. Wow. This one is different. I like the 2 days in Tamale.
Yes.
I like the Safari Valley through Saint-Chi, and then Eastern Corridor for the second time. So a lot of my places will be passing through, and then 2 days in Western region as well.
Yes.
So you will pass through BA, but you won't sleep there.
No, we'll not sleep there.
Good. So this is a different caravan. So two things. What is the cost for this year?
So this year, the caravan always comes in 2 packages. So we have the single occupancy, we have the double occupancy.
Good.
So for the single occupancy, that is, if you want to be in the room alone, you are paying 19,500 Ghana cedis. 19,500 Ghana cedis.
Got it.
If you want to come in and share the room with another person, which is the double occupancy, so it's maybe Caleb and his wife.
Got it.
So this is.
Because now it's not a small body. This is Sepiao.
Thank you very much. Yes. So for double occupancy, it is 15,000 cedis per head.
Correct. Per head.
So if you want to share with somebody, you do 15,000. If you want to be in the room alone, you do 19,500.
Good. And when can people start paying?
In fact, now that you have heard the announcement, you are free to come and pay. Our team is ready. They are seated. So once you come in, we are registering you and you are making payments. Now, let me also say that, in previous times...
you are registering and making payments at the same time.
So
that's why they have to come here.
Yes. So this time around, previously we will do registration and then we will let you know when you have to come and pay. This year, we are not doing that.
Your payment is your registration.
You are paying. So you come in, I want to go. You commit yourself that indeed you want to go, you make your payment, and then we are moving.
So if you are, let's assume you're not in the country, you can send a rep with money to come and register for you.
Exactly. Bring your cash.
And come and pay.
Because you have to enter appearance and then you pay.
Yes.
So you either come yourself or send somebody with money to come and pay.
With your money, because it is only when we have your cash that we will
register you.
Book you.
Yes.
You understand that you are part of it.
Good.
And the monies paid are non-refundable.
Correct.
Because we are using this to plan, to make sure that we have everything sorted out. So once you
register, you are going.
Exactly. So we are going as we are going.
So 15,000 per head if you're going to be 2 in a room.
Yes.
19,500 if you want to be in a room alone. Registration has
begun as of this
after
morning.
You've spoken, because it has started now that you said
now
it.
that I've said it, registration is open. Payments, we are good to go.
So let me just reiterate. This year, the Heritage Caravan starts on the 1st to the 8th of March from the Greater Accra region through Eastern Volta, Oti, through to the Northern, all through to Upper East, coming down to North Savannah, through BA to Ashanti, Western region, 2 days there as well, through Central region and back to Accra. And if you want to register, you have to make a payment in person or through a representative who will bring money to pay for you. So please make sure you are here with your cash by the time between now, it started, okay?
Once we
there are limited spaces, okay?
Very limited space.
So usually we go with 3 buses.
Yes.
Of course, official buses, the other vehicles that follow.
Exactly. But this year, another exciting news is that because it's our 10th year, we are going with 4 buses.
Ooh.
Yes, so this year we are going with 4 buses.
Does that mean there's more space?
Wow. You are not safe, because last year, for instance, when we made the announcement, in about 48 hours, we had over 400 people registering. But we needed just 100 people.
Okay.
Now, on day 1, we had about 80 people making payments.
That was last year?
That was last year.
Oh
so by the next morning, 10 a.m., all the slots were gone.
So now that you've heard the amount, just bring your money today and pay if you really want to go.
Exactly.
Because we are not even sure if by tomorrow there'll be slots left. So even though there are 4 buses, the slots are still pretty much the same.
Exactly, because people have to be comfortable in the buses and
so
all that.
So there's an optimal number.
Exactly.
About 100 people.
About 100 people. We need just about 100
people.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So it's we are just saying that if you want to attend, gather the resources and make sure you come today and make your payment, and then you would be guaranteed
Because the thing is, if the slots are gone, Sky can't help you. I can't help you. Samen can't help you. Bernard can't help you. I mean, and that's the sad reality. You see, the Heritage Caravan is not like, let's say, situation.
There's a quick question. Can you pay for single occupancy? Can you pay for double occupancy even though you don't have somebody to pair with? So let's assume somebody is going alone and he wants to go single or double occupancy. Can he pay the 15K and then you give him a partner?
Oh, yes. Okay. You don't have to go and look for the person.
So you
just decide which package you want to be on.
I get it.
And
so if somebody insists on being alone in the room, that's a
19.5.
But if they are available for you to pair them,
yes, that's the 15K.
Okay,
15,000.
just for convenience sake.
So if you come with somebody to...
It's still 15.
It's still 15.
So if you come with your preferred person, then that one you will be paired.
Yes.
But if you come alone, you'll be paired,
with
of course,
someone.
the same gender, that type of
Yes.
thing.
Okay.
So that's just...
I just want to make a quick comment on the non-refundable nature of the payment. I think there should be small exception there, otherwise it makes it an unfair term of contract. So
please draft it
down.
Terms of contract.
Yeah, because there should be, when there are reasonable grounds to withdraw.
So like adverse.
Yes, compelling reasons. Those.
Yes.
Of course, there are exceptions to every rule.
So let me clarify again. So usually we pair people because of hotel issues. The problem with the caravan is the hotel capacity.
Yes.
If it wasn't for hotel capacity, we would have had many more people go.
Yeah.
Outside Accra, we don't have very large hotels, and we don't want to compromise
and the kind of
quality.
hotels that we want. Exactly.
So the 100 or so is the optimal figure for comfort. Number two, the pairing is done reasonably. Of course, if you come with a spouse or your partner, you will be in the same room as a double occupancy. But if you come as a single person and you're paying 15,000, you will be paired with somebody, of course, of the same gender and that type of thing. So just to let you know, that's what we do. Frema, thank you. Frema Edunyame is the head of events and partnerships here at Channel 1 and Citi FM. Heritage Caravan 2026 is the 10th anniversary edition starting on the 1st of March. Frema, thank you so much.
Sure.
We'll take a short break. Edwin will join us. We'll take social media trends. Stay with us.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
And by the way, those of you who are coming to pay, please come to the Tesano office of Channel 1 Television. Please don't go to Adabraka if this was not clear. The payments are being collected at our Tesano office here in what am I even saying? Our Tesano office here in Accra. Yes, our Tesano office, just adjacent to Crystal Palm Hotel. Adjacent to Crystal Palm Hotel, not far from the Tesano Sports Club. I think it's number 5 Oula Hansen Lane. Number 5 Oula Hansen Lane. So you can put that in your Google. Channel 1 TV, number 5 Oula Hansen Lane, and come and make your payment. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Or should I just go straight? Okay, so Edwin is joining us. Caleb, let's do tech and social media trends.
That's brought to us by First Bank Ghana. You will experience banking like never before with First Mobile or Quick Banking. When you dial *894#, your bank will be in your hands. You will make real-time transactions with First Mobile or Quick Banking. With *894#, you enjoy fast, secure, convenient banking anytime, anywhere. Key services include instant airtime and data purchase, funds transfer to and from Momo wallets, inter and intra-bank transfers, plus much more. So download the First Mobile app or from the Apple App Store or the Play Store. Simply dial *894#. Follow the prompts. Join thousands of customers. Enjoy seamless banking. For more details, call us 0596 921 921. Email us firstsolutions@firstbankgroup.com. First Bank, you first.
Edwin Kwaku is joining us with the segment. Edwin, welcome.
Thank you very much, Bernard. We start off with land guards, and the police say they've arrested 6 suspected land guards following a gun battle at Trasacco in Accra. Very worrying there. They say they received a distress call at about 12:30 p.m. on the 10th of January. And then the officers responded to the call, and then they saw about 50 people or 50 men firing at workers in the area. So they engaged in a gun battle with them. They chased them into the bush and managed to capture about 6 of them. They retrieved an AK-47 rifle with 5 rounds of ammunition and a Luger T9 rifle with 5 rounds of ammunition as well. And one regard MC rifle with 13 rounds of ammunition. So yeah, very worrying there, but at least the police have managed to arrest some of them. They say they are working to identify and detain the others who managed to escape from the scene. So that's one thing. Let's move on to football. In the AFCON, we are the semi-final stage. The quarterfinals were played over the last few days, and now we have Senegal taking on Egypt in the semi-final on Wednesday, and Nigeria taking on Morocco. So 2 huge semi-final matches, both on Wednesday. First match kicks off at 5 p.m. The second match kicks off at 8 p.m. So some things to note from this: there will be no new winner of the AFCON. All of them
finalists or semi-finalists have won before.
Yeah, which is something I wanted to avoid. But Mali, who were the last country without an AFCON, were knocked out by Senegal. Senegal have won AFCON. Egypt have 7, the most on the continent. Morocco have 1, haven't won since 1976. Nigeria have 3. Their last AFCON win was in 2013. So everyone wants to win. But also at the AFCON, refereeing has been a major topic at the competition, and it reared its ugly head again during the quarterfinal matches, especially between the in the Morocco-Cameroon quarterfinal. So there were a few decisions that people felt Morocco were being favored on, including one that should have been a penalty for Cameroon.
It was a clear
penalty.
The referees are just misbehaving.
And on VAR, Ghana might not have been at the AFCON, but one of our referees was on VAR, and he's receiving the brunt of criticism, Daniel Lai, for failing to overturn the decision and award Cameroon a penalty. So he's been criticized for his refereeing performance in that game. Also, the Algerian players were not happy after their game against Nigeria, basically attacked some of the Nigerian players and also the refereeing staff. So it was not great. Now we move on to England, where Semenyo has also been trending.
Why are you calling him like the
Antoine Semenyo?
No, it's Semenyo.
Semenyo.
Why are you calling him Semenyo?
Okay, that's
my brother.
Antoine Semenyo. Antoine Semenyo.
Correct.
Yes. He marked his debut for Manchester City with a goal and an assist. It's the first time a Manchester City player scored a goal and provided an assist on his debut since 2011, which was Sergio Aguero. So you look at the quality of players Manchester City have had since then. Antoine Semenyo with the goal and an assist, and he was man of the match as well. So what a start to his career.
They put out a tweet that said Semenyo Wezo.
Yes.
The official Twitter handle.
Beautiful.
The Man City show class.
So to entertainment, and Wendy Shea was named Best Female Artist in Western Africa at the Afrima Awards. So something to celebrate for someone from Ghana. So wonderful from her. Let's move on to some tech news. And sad news for people who use Microsoft Lens. You know, Microsoft Lens can be used to scan documents, and it's proven to be very helpful for a lot of people in that sector. Microsoft has announced that it is retired as of the 9th of January and will no longer be supported after February 9th, at which point it will be removed from the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. So users can be able to scan their documents until March 9, but they will not be able to create new scans after that. But they can still access previous scans through the last active Microsoft accounts they signed on. So they can now use OneDrive to scan their documents. But the problem with OneDrive is that it's going to be saved onto the cloud sharing service, and you will not have access to it locally. So that's it for Microsoft Lens.
Okay. I was taking social media trends with Edwin Kwakofi.
For a bank to rely on, let me give you a shoulder to lie on. Would we see to bank be no lie? Only one place where I get my eye on. Make I introduce you all to First Bank, the best services in the world, first rank. Customer service, everything is well planned. I make music, I travel, I sell land. They be my reserve tank. Cause Every time I know my money's safe. Universal banking ain't in me here on the date. I'm a busy person, me no many time to wait. Now you got to Spain even when I'm in the States. My me blue shirt. They tell me office a chilly, but who cares? Cause I bank with the best. I'm lucky, I'm too blessed. When it comes to First Bank, it's too west. Everything is you first.
Nobody feed do, I'm like us. Do I'm like us. First Bank we treat you first. Treat you first. Somebody see yeah. Think about you first. Think about you first.
You first. First Bank.
Auntie T, I beg, fix me go betete Ghana. No gari, no oil, no plantain, just beans then eggs.
Hey, brah, that be dangerous combination, no?
Problem no day. I feel handle am.
For Telecel, with the Bob say everybody gets what they like. That be why Made For Me bundles day. Based on your usage, if you get your own data and call packages, falla! Made For Me bundles like the way you want them. That *530#, then buy Made For Me bundles today.
Telecel. Connecting energies.
This is a story of determination. This is the story of Anthony Owusu-Ansah and his delivery business, Shark Express. What started as one man's dream is now a thriving same-day delivery business that serves hundreds of families. Through financing, mentorship, business networks, and market access, APSA is helping businesses like Shark Express grow, create jobs, build futures, and deliver joy across Ghana. Behind Anthony's success isn't only hard work. It's having the right partner like APSA, one that helps him dream bigger and reach further every day. From funding to guidance, APSA stands with entrepreneurs who dare to dream.
We see your story and we invite you to write it with us. Your story matters. APSA.
Delicious Christmas with Maggie. Me and Maggie, so good together.
This advert is FDA approved.
10 years of memories, 10 years of adventure, 10 years of culture and crazy good vibes. This March, we are turning it all the way up from the 1st to the 8th of March 2026. 8 days, 14 regions, one legendary caravan. Rolling out from Greater Accra through Eastern and OT, up north to the Northern and Upper East, and all the way to the Western region, hitting iconic destinations across Ghana. Expect non-stop fun, breathtaking views, deep cultural immersion, and unforgettable moments. This is more than a trip. It's culture in motion, adventure without limbs. Seats are limited, and this is the 10th anniversary edition. You cannot miss this. Call 0205-973-973 or 0558-973-973 to secure your seat. The Heritage Caravan 2026 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from Citi FM. Terms and conditions apply. The Heritage Caravan 2026. Experience Ghana like never before.
Whatever you need.
not just another bank.
Today, we hit the streets to ask Ghanaians, what would you do with free fuel for 1 year?
Oh, road trips with the girls every weekend.
That's extra savings to help fix my car.
Charlie, 1 whole year, I'll finally be able to visit my mom without worrying about the distance.
This season, it's feeling after filling from Shell with new and improved fuels so you can do the things you love. Buy 300 Ghana cedis or more worth of new and improved Shell fuels and stand a chance to win. Free fuel for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or even 1 year. It's time to try the new and improved Shell fuels with additives that deliver efficiency, cleaning, protection, and performance. Don't miss out. Fill up with new and improved Shell fuels and get rewarded. Promo runs till the 28th of February 2026. T's and C's apply.
New and improved Shell fuels. Simply better by far.
In Ghanaian parlance, Agrobesa, Efri Anopa. To wit, if the festival will be entertaining, it starts from the morning. If 2026 will be amazing, it will very much depend on what we do in January. We bring you the Effective Living Series 2026 on 97.3 Citi FM with different weekly themes. Week 1, know where you want to go. Week 2, develop a plan to get there. Week 3, build capacity to get there. Week 4, take charge and soar. Tune in to 97.3 Citi FM to get a good head start on 2026. The Effective Living Series 2026 airs every weekday in January at 9:15 a.m. prompt, only on 97.3 Citi FM. The Effective Living Series is sponsored by Petra and Hallmark Freight and Consultancy Ghana Limited.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Ladies and gentlemen, this here's another one for the steppers. DJ Wayne Williams, put the record on.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Show. Rise above the noise. This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
So it's 8:25 on the Citi Breakfast Show. This year, say goodbye to unnecessary stress. Pay your school fees and residential fees with Zenith Bank. Simply dial *966*3# on your phone. No data needed. Select Zenith Merchant Pay. Enter your school code, fill the prompts, and confirm payment with your PIN. Payment is real time with instant confirmation. It's simple, stress-free, and fast. Start your year right with Zenith Bank's Merchant Pay. For a full list of schools, visit zenithbank.com.gh. Zenith Bank, in your best interest. Our stories are different. For some of us, it's the thrill of chasing your dream of opening your own shop. For others, it's how you're able to tap your phone and pay for food with no stress. Whatever your story is, Absa is ready with digital solutions, travel insurance, free international debit cards, flexible repayment options or loans, and countless other perks that actually match your ambitions. So whatever your chapter you're in, Absa says we see your story matters, Absa. If you're tired of Accra, hustle and traffic, take a quick escape to the cool, peaceful mountains of Ibri at the Big Posso Wellness Center. Whether it's for business, a weekend break, or pure relaxation, Big Posso gives you calm, comfort, and fresh mountain air. The perfect place to rest and reset. And that's only 30 minutes from Accra. Call 0200 557 699 or visit bigpossoresort.com to book today. Big Posso Wellness Resort, peace lives here. For years, owning a home felt so far away, a dream for others, but not for us. At Locust Estates, we believe every Ghanaian deserves comfort, dignity, and modern living. That's why we're building beautifully designed 3-bedroom houses, townhouses, safe, secure, and community-focused with clubhouse, gym, etc. Locust Estates gives you smart designs in prime locations. Call 0200 557 704 or go online to locustestate.com. It's an award-winning Ghana-focused real estate company. Locust Estates, modern living made possible. Receiving money from your loved ones abroad should never be complicated. With CBG Money Transfer Service, you enjoy fast, secure, and convenient access to your funds abroad. Visit any of our branches nationwide to receive transfers from local or from leading global partners including Easy Remit, Western Union, MoneyGram, Ria, UnityLink, Pay Angel, Transfer, StapTap Send, Therapy, and more. For inquiries, call 0302 216 000. Email talk@cbg.com.gh or reach us on Facebook, Instagram, and X. You just need a valid ID, a phone number, and transfer reference number, and will ensure a smooth, stress-free experience from start to finish. Terms and conditions apply. Caleb has a few more announcements for us.
Yes, Cracks Training Institute announces the ABE Level 6 Diploma in Business Management, a UK accredited qualification officially recognized by Ghana. This program provides a smarter route to degree equivalence, enabling HND holders, diploma graduates, and working professionals to achieve the same academic recognition in less time. As designed for professionals, the ABE Level 6 Diploma can be completed in a year with flexible learning that allows participants to advance their careers without putting their jobs on hold. It transforms practical experience into a formally recognized academic qualification. Graduates of the program are positioned for career advancement, managerial roles, entrepreneurship, and progression to master's degree programs in Ghana and abroad. Admissions are currently open at Cracks Training Institute. For inquiries and registration, call or WhatsApp 055 222 2217. Visit cracks.edu.gh, crux.edu.gh for more information. Cracks Training Institute, excellence in training. Now, if you drive, listen, we're trusted for 102 years. Enterprise Insurance, and we've dropped the Insure Naturally promo. Is the road to the ultimate football experience. When you insure your car with Enterprise, you just don't get protection, you get extra rewards. You will enjoy free fuel coupons, airtime, shopping vouchers, and stand a chance to win an all-expense paid ultimate football experience live at a stadium. Insure your car now with Enterprise Insurance and be part of the Insure Naturally promo. We're doing this to the end of May. Is running on the NLA on its Caritas Lottery platform. Enterprise Insurance is your advantage. Now, GRA wishes to remind all withholding tax agents, including VAT withholding agents appointed by the Commissioner General, that withholding taxes must be paid to the Domestic Tax Revenue Division of the GRA by the 15th of every month. Withholding taxes for December 2025 will therefore be due by Thursday, 15th January 2026. Withholding taxes include withholding on VAT deducted from suppliers operating the VAT standard rate, employment, payment for the supply or use of goods, payment for the supply of any works, payment for the supply of services, and all other withheld taxes for December 2025 are due by Thursday, 15th January 2026. And you may also submit hard or soft copies of schedules indicating gross amount, tax deducted, names of taxpayers, and TIN or Ghana card PIN from whom the taxes were withheld. We also encourage taxpayers to file their returns online via taxpayerportal.com. Please note that failure to pay tax by due date attracts an interest of 125% of the statutory rate compounded monthly on the outstanding tax. Please also note that third-party checks require 2 days to clear. The GRA can be reached by email on info@gra.gov.gh, by WhatsApp on 0552 990 000, call to free number 0800 900 110. So we all know that all the 10 weeks of January can be tough, but not this time. With the SG Ghana Visa Festive Cashback Promo, SG Ghana is giving you every reason to enjoy the festive season without worrying about the new year. Between now and the 31st of January 2026, use your SG Ghana Visa card for all your transactions. Make at least 5 transactions totaling not less than 2,000 Ghana cedis and stand a chance of winning your share of 120,000 Ghana cedis in the grand draw. The more transactions you make, the better your chances of winning. Spend with confidence this season, and January might just reward you. SG Ghana Visa Festive Cashback Promo. Spend now, smile later. For more enquiries, please call 0302 214 314. It's a promo that's running on the NLA on this Caritas Lottery platform.
Above the noise.
All right. Now if you wanna step, you gotta play it by the rules. You gotta do what I do when I do what I do. If you wanna step, you gotta play it by the rules. You gotta do what I do when I do what I do. Now,
all right, so what's the big agenda for the morning? I'd like to just highlight a couple of issues that came up today. So I was a bit there's an echo. I was a bit concerned around the police stories. Not that I'm concerned, the police are doing a great job, Godfrey, but to read a story that 50 men at 12:30 in the afternoon were shooting at workers in the Transaco area. I don't know whether these are like people who were working on a site. And a distress call led the police to go there, and after a shootout, 6 of them were arrested with all kinds of weapons. You know, last week or two, Adam Bona was talking around the small arms, and they were doing people should bring their weapons and things. I mean, for 50 men, imagine if 50 men came to surround this radio station with guns.
But not even 10.
It's crazy. And this is 12:30 in the afternoon.
Yes.
And you needed police to go and exchange fire with them. You know, and then there was another one you read from the Ashanti region somewhere that
it was Eastern Greater Accra and you know, the Ashanti region.
That another
yes. So these were you know, suspected armed robbers, you know, highway armed robbers who were arrested through a collaboration between the police here in the Greater Accra region and the Eastern region.
This is my question. Why can't the police clamp down on land guards once and for all? Because we know that they are a menace. Look, cost of doing business in Ghana is higher because for every land you buy in Accra, you have to pay to like 2 or 3 people. There are people you've paid to, you have started officially working, they'll come and still harass you for digging fee. So there's all kinds of thuggery in the name of tradition and we are here before you came type of thing that the police knows. I'm wondering why, I mean, And there are challenges. There's the 50 men who came to surround these workers. Who sent them? Will they just take the weapons from the 6 men and process them for court? Or will they
ask them
use this to really get behind the issue itself?
Yeah.
You know, it's an issue for me. I mean, we are happy when the police intervene and save people, but we don't know whether anybody was killed. We don't know whether the workers were safe. We don't know, you know, it's how many weapons were retrieved, what other weapons have been taken away, who organized the men to come. You know, the top, yes. It's a serious issue.
I was following the reports from last week on the activities of the Ghana Police Service, the CID, and other divisions. And you know, the last time we were having a conversation about security, I spoke about the strengths of the IGP. He has always been an operations person. A large.
Was he formerly a director of operations?
At the regional level, I think.
Okay.
And those who have followed his career will tell you that his reputation is born out of his operations side.
Okay.
You know, so I wasn't very surprised to see some of the work that has been going on across the country, different regions. Northern region, there's an ongoing operation to reduce sales of drugs, weapons, you know, violent criminals.
Yes, in Tamale.
In and around that part of town, and then all these arrests that are coming up, including the land guard issue, retrieval of arms, seizure of ammunition. There was a big story in the middle of last week where a truck driver and his mates were caught with 1,000 rounds of ammunition. Well, 1,000 rounds of ammunition that they were smuggling from one part of the country to the other. So a very, very successful week for the Ghana Police Service, and I must congratulate them. I must say they need to do more. With respect to the question that you asked, though, the land guard problem is one that could be solved if land administration in this country is done properly. We've had so many solutions, you know, on paper, including digitizing land records, whatever kind of records, but it doesn't seem to have solved the problem. And so we have traditional authorities who maintain these thugs, for want of a better word, to maintain land security. You have individuals who have purchased lands and
have to arm themselves
to protect the land, particularly the large-scale developers. Sometimes you even have small-scale developers like us who might go and buy a small piece of land. We might need to put security on the land because somebody will use force to take away land that you have purchased simply because that person has guns. You know, so I think it's about just fixing the land registry system that we have in this country.
Is it so you are proposing like a technical land administration solution as against a law enforcement solution?
The law enforcement solution is currently ongoing, but the thing is this: there will always be people who will be motivated to become land guards because for those who employ them, they pay well. It's a very dangerous gig, but these persons, if you've met them, the really big land guards are some of the wealthiest persons you will meet in and around this country.
So some have successfully converted their thuggery into wealth.
Oh yes, they control land guards. I mean, before you can hire a land guard, there's a boss who you have to call. It's not like, you know, before you can get these persons.
What does the police need to solve this problem? Is it like, because you know
the police can do what they are doing.
No, what I'm trying to say is that, you see, let me even make it economic. Okay. I don't think any country on earth has developed without understanding land administration.
Yes.
Land tenure is a major prerequisite for economic growth. So if you look at Ghana's land tenure, it's not fit for purpose.
Yeah.
Is it too much to expect a government in a 4-year cycle to solve it? Will I be realistic when I said, look, this president has a big mandate. He controls 2/3 of parliament. He won the election very well. He's an experienced president. He knows that land administration. Look, some people even say that when we had the military years, the state should have taken over all lands.
Yes.
Of course, the subsequent conduct of state officials in the Fourth Republic has not been the best when it comes to how they even administer the land. But they point to Rwanda and other parts, because don't forget that in the southern part of Africa, a lot of land is owned by the colonialists.
Yes.
In West Africa, it's not like that.
Yes.
But some people feel like the government or the state should have seized the opportunity under the Rawlings years to collect land from the people and administer it for development. Because don't forget, almost everything you discuss, whether it's water or traffic, is linked to land tenure in a way. People just build because somebody sells you land and there's no planning. So somebody can sell you a land at some place and you want to use it to do whatever. So there's no centralized management of land in that way. And people feel like it's a big missing link. The question is, can we expect Mr. Mahama to say, look, land tenure is a bottleneck? Everybody talks about Rwanda and how well they are doing. They have control of land. Not just the registration digitally, but who even owns it?
Yeah.
All right. So my question is it too hard to say, look, Mr. Mahama, you cannot say you've reset if you don't reset land, and therefore do something radical about our land tenure?
It will be difficult because of, again, how the land is held. It will be completely difficult because of how the land is held, and so we are going. It's a process that will take time. I have 2 lawyers and a baby lawyer here. The judicial system, I think, needs to catch up, and I think that is where the problem is, because land cases can take you forever in this country to solve. If I have a land dispute with you, we could be in court for 15 to 20 years because of that land dispute. Meanwhile, we bought the land from the same person, but solving it becomes a problem. Look, I'll tell you a story. So in my neighborhood, my part of town, there was a mechanic who had acquired a piece of land. During the COVID period, he woke up one morning, he lives in Kaso, I came to work, and there was construction ongoing on his land. He was in tears. But what used to be his shop within 4 months had become somebody's.
But did he have ownership of the land?
Yes.
He believed he did.
He did.
With title and everything.
With everything. But the sheer force that was on the land, he's a simple mechanic.
He doesn't have the connections.
He doesn't have the resources to take it to court. So eventually...
He can't even go to court.
Yeah. What is he going to do?
Wow.
You understand? He lost the land.
That isn't there legal aid to help him?
Well, the lawyers can help you with
one
that.
One of the lawyers is laughing. When I said,
so...
Kwakra, why are you laughing at me?
Bernard,
I thought legal aid was meant for poor people. A poor mechanic
is,
who has a land being unjustly taken from him. Shouldn't there be a lawyer who can represent him for free?
Your solution is ideal. But in the current construct of what you have, somebody might say it's almost utopian.
Because, you know, I heard the IGP, not the IGP, the Ashanti Regional Police was speaking to the Otun for like 2 months ago. And he was saying to him that when it comes to land issues, you shouldn't get involved because the administration of land in that region is under the traditional authority. And that if the police go and involve themselves in land disputes, you use the word disputes, they will basically have echoes on their faces because people use the police to do their bidding. So he was advising that he has jurisdiction to settle land disputes in the region. Okay. Well, he's a big one, so he may be able to do this. But we can also say that in many parts of the country, it's the traditional leaders who are actually causing the problem, and the families who own the land. So why can't, I'm surprised you're saying the state cannot use its power
to take over the land?
Well, help me here, because guy, I'm talking from a long-term development perspective. That look, the chaos in our planning is because there are too many people who say they own land and they are not following any plan. So if the state cannot compel them to follow a certain plan in selling, can the state take over, or it will be too dangerous?
First of all, the people who own the land, together with the stools, the families, and the individuals and companies, have a constitutional right to own their lands.
Okay.
You remember that the question of who owns our land was a major matter during the days of the colonialists. And people had to sacrifice their resources, go to the UK and fight and retain our right to own these lands. That's how come we are not like South Africa, Zimbabwe, and the other African countries that had their lands, usurped by the colonialists when they came and took over these lands. So land is a very sensitive matter for, the people of Ghana.
So I say if they resisted the colonialists, they won't sit down for a government.
Certainly not. I don't think they will do that. But
even if the government makes a compelling case, economic
to nationalize all lands.
As an idea.
No, I don't think that will fly. Any government that attempts that would have serious difficulties.
It will be shut down.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of people will push back because it was something that was very central to ensuring that we eventually even gain independence at the end of the day. But that's why the Constitution creates what, in my view, will be an exception. That in appropriate cases, a land that has become relevant for development can be taken over by the state.
So the state, they do them small.
Yeah, with the payment of the appropriate compensation. Of course, there are also vested lands. So, for instance, you go to parts of the north where there were major disputes. The state decided that, look, let's vest these lands now in, the state, so that people would be stopped from the kinds of fights that they were putting up. Willimba has some of those lands. You go to, I think recently, when the Asantehene was talking about the Boku crisis, he mentioned a few things like that. So, yes, there are appropriate cases where the state will see a reason to intervene and take over a particular piece of land. But to nationalize all lands...
So you feel like there will be too many entities opposing it?
Exactly. And then also the state itself hasn't demonstrated over the years that it is capable
that's the point.
Of properly managing our land.
That's the problem.
Go to cantonments, rage, all of these spaces. Somehow, people whose job is to protect the land.
People working for the state. People working for the state who are mostly politicians.
Have taken over the land.
Because, Kai, I look at Rwanda, I look at Zambia, I look at some Eastern African countries. The chaos we have here is not there. And I trace some of the chaos to land ownership and the management. Okay, so if both of you think that it will be unrealistic and possibly politically impossible for the government to own state lands, what's the next best thing a government with strong goodwill can do to bring sanity into our land tenure? So yes, they can't own their land. What is the next most important thing this government or a government should be able to do?
Proper identification and registration of ownership. The root of title must be clear and it must be ascertainable. I should go online.
Repeat that. You are speaking big terms. The root of what?
Oh, I think.
Say it again. I don't say it again.
Root of title.
The root of title must be what?
Must be clear.
And ascertainable.
Yes, that's right. There should not be any doubt as to how this land came to reach Kakra.
The root of title.
Exactly. Which family gave it to what family and blah, blah, eventually ended up with her, right?
Where would that information be?
When you go to the land registry,
there has to be information.
They have some information. Others that have not been registered, you don't have that information there. So when you want to buy a land, it is advisable you get a lawyer to do so for you, to do all the due diligence so that you are sure that what you are buying is kosher. The problem, however, is that for some reason our foreign partners, including the World Bank, have invested so much money in reforming our land sector, including how registration is done. We have experimented with the idea of blockchain and related matters, but for some reason, the system is not as functional as you would have expected it. And that is where the problem is. So you need a government that is committed to serious reforms and which insists that you cannot build here until, first of all, we know who owns the land. The land has been properly registered, and it is to be used for the very purpose for which you want to use it. So if it is for industrial purposes, and you, Bernard Avler, you have gone to buy that land, there is no way you will build a house there, because the state and the local government, for that matter, are actively involved to ensure that the proper things are done. But where you have people go to chiefs, they cut a piece of land to them, for them, maybe for 80,000 Ghana cedis, and before you know it, without the appropriate authorization from the local assembly or whoever is responsible for the space, something is going up. You cannot have the kind of security you expect in the sector. So that is why you have multiple sale of lands. Of course, you expect that chiefs would be generally considered to be noble. But we have had chiefs in this country who have sort of discarded all notions of nobility and are doing things that are inconsistent with what traditional authority should ideally command. So you are a chief. You are hot. You want to sell, stool land. You have consulted the elders of the particular stool you're talking about, and you decided to sell. When you sell, leave it to the person who has bought the land. But you have chiefs who, for some reason, after selling the land to Godfred Akoto Boafo, 2 months later, Kakra comes along, offers something bigger, and the same piece of land you sold to Godfred Akoto Boafo, you are now giving it to Kakra and collecting her money too. Not long after Kakra leaves the place, maybe 3 weeks later, she's not started anything.
Is it the same chief who sells it, or his cousin who claims the land is for him?
We have the same chiefs, and in some cases, their cousins and other members of the family who think that they have the right to sell. If you read the act that governs, the administration of land, you cannot just get up and sell a stool land without involving the principal elders or stool elders. The same way, family land too, you need a principal, elders of the family coming together to say that, oh, yes, it is the case that we want to alienate this piece of land to do A, B, C, D for the interest of members of the family or whatever it is. So that everybody agrees. But what you also have, you have people acting individually. Many families have problems today because people who are supposed to be heads of family have acted on their own without recourse to other members who matter in the family, and then there's a dispute. Go to Adabraka. Many homes that ideally should be probably rejuvenated to serve as office spaces, malls, stalls, too many
disputes.
Exactly, they're in dispute. And some of these things have troubled for years. So that's how come you have land guards.
I'm still trying to understand this. Is it an enforcement solution by the police? You are talking about a record archiving solution. So you are meaning the Lands Commission?
Yes.
And probably the Ministry of Lands?
Yes, that's where
because what I'm thinking is, what's the most radical thing this government can do to even begin to solve the land problem?
Sort out ownership.
How?
It should be clear.
So is this another lap? Because they've done like 3 laps. Lap 1, lap 2, lap 3. So is it another? I want to understand.
The laps. Why don't the laps work?
Okay, wait. Do we know what problem? This is my problem. The problem I have is the proliferation of land guards. Number 1. Number 2, the multiple ownership of lands that makes it more too expensive to buy land, particularly in urban areas. So basically, you have to pay 3 times to sometimes 4 times to just get the same piece of land. So the cost of land is high. The ownership is not clear, and then the criminality of using land guards
to
police the land, which the state has already declared to be criminal. All right. Should the government choose the security solution and say we are going to enforce no land guards? So when we see a land guard, we are going to do a full blown out war against them, or let's go to another technical thing and go and do another lap 1, or let's start arresting chiefs who are notorious for selling multiple land. What approach can they use to send a signal that this government is serious about solving the land problem?
All of it, because there already exists an anti-land guard unit. So that is the Ghana police telling you that this is a big enough problem for us to have created a unit that deals with these elements.
Even in the Land Act,
You understand? So they have a unit that deals with.
The police have a land.
Yes, they have an anti-land guard unit thing.
Really?
Yes. So it exists.
But the question is, have some elements within that
unit
also
exactly
become land guards
themselves?
You see, and members of governments over the years, have they also used external land guards to police their lands or fight to remove people from all kinds of land?
The question I ask is, what problem do land guards solve?
They solve the problem of somebody who feels that he wants to collect somebody's land.
Yeah, but so
they actually create problems, don't solve any problems.
He who possesses.
So why can't government? Why can't government ban land guards?
And say
the law says you don't operate land guards.
For now, you. So
the whole
it's
concept
illegal.
is prescribed by the Land Act.
Has anybody ever been? Okay, maybe they have probably sentenced to jail for being a land
They
guard.
jail them all the time.
Well,
So why are
I've
they
not
so
read
many?
the last few. No, I don't know.
Have anybody been committed for land guardism?
Look, I guess there are other
The
charges.
last I encountered, they didn't show up in court.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a sentence, but they didn't show up
Okay.
in court. That's the
Because
last.
even
They're
though
powerful people, though. They are powerful people.
Very,
And
very,
people
very
in very powerful,
powerful
positions know
positions.
them and they use them.
are the judges able to stand up to them and convict them?
You see, a judge can sit in his court and make whatever order he wants to make, which is in compliance with the law. But it falls on the executive to give effect to a decision made by a court. You understand? What I'm saying is that you, as a judge, you can make your decision that, go and arrest Kwamiga and put him in jail for having done ABCD because you have convicted him, right?
Yeah.
But the executive, because of its own vested interest, some elements within governments over the years have abused this whole process. They have used land guards, they have used members of the security services, including soldiers, to enforce possession of lands when the law courts have not so authorized.
Then you are saying that the current design of our governments will not be able to solve the land guard problem.
There should be commitment.
Bernard, have we
So
not?
it's for me. It's the same problem with the water situation, and really the same problems of everything else we confront in this country. It stems from greed and a system that allows it or perpetrates it. So you have what? Political will. Where's the political will, as Sky has referred to the executive, to ensure that the laws are enforced, that if a ruling or a judgment is made, that is also enforced, to ensure that the police are not rather used in the performance of land guardism, but rather to protect those who have legitimate interest in land. There's zero political will, because the problem really is not the land guard with the gun standing or attacking somebody's property. It is the person who has empowered him. And it comes back to our political actors, it comes back to our traditional authority, and then individual interest. And an individual with a lot of money can, like Godfred said, reach out to powerful people and hire these thugs with guns. And then it comes to our failure or our nonchalance as citizens, because every day we talk about our problems, but we seem to go to bed and wake up and continue life and make it seem like it's a period.
So there's no commitment to real change.
We are not necessarily committed, because what questions do we ask the people we pay taxes to run this country? We pay taxes to in order to run this country. We are not asking them to solve these problems that come back to affect us. We all and this is without any prejudice, but your typical electorate or voter is interested in the money that the politician is going to give them in order to get their vote.
Are you sure? Maybe it's just a delegate too. The typical voter.
No, but we've seen last year's elections. We saw winners spraying money and T-shirts and whatever, making it rain, as it's called, on whatever. Mine is that, what are we demanding? Are we demanding our individual problems be solved, which often relates to paying school fees, going to sit at your MP's office and asking for school fees, naming ceremony costs?
But you do your immediate before you do what is collective.
No,
that's our problem.
That is shaking your responsibility as an individual. Your personal responsibilities, in my opinion, you must find a way to address
them. So don't go to
them.
your politician and
Don't
ask
go
him
to
to
your
solve your
politician
personal
and
problem.
that is, excuse me, that is greedy and selfish.
That's what perpetuates this type
And
of
that
bad
is why
governance.
we are in this quagmire we find ourselves. You should, if the fees you have to pay for your children, figure that out as an individual. What we need from the people we are electing is solving the social problem. But when we present our personal problems to them, we give them room to do what they are doing to us, ignoring, because if you take water, there are always saboteurs who are benefiting, and so your tap will not flow, but somehow tankers have water. If you take the land dispute, somebody is not solving the problem because it benefits certain people who have interests.
Okay,
whether it's politicians or traditional authority.
I also have a question. Can you administer what you don't own? Because I think the problem with Ghana is that the government of Ghana administers land, which is owned by chiefs, stools, and families. So that arrangement itself is problematic.
But what about the state lands that the state owns? Even that.
Yes, that the ones that people they are not able to even protect it, and some of it is sold.
Yeah. Because after 12 years, if anyone goes to occupy a state land and the state doesn't retrieve it or recover,
it becomes theirs.
Yes.
So people are also
sorry. That position has changed.
Yeah.
So it's limited to only private lands. It does not apply to
state lands.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that the state
must the ownership even determine first of all.
Can the state administer land that it does not control or own?
By reason of they being in charge of the entire land space of Ghana, they can do that. Of course, I know the technical arguments that are sometimes made against that view. But I see once
if somebody owns a land and he decides to misbehave with it, does the state have because Sky, if you give me something to administer, I must have control and ownership of it.
First of all, the question of administration, I don't know. I want to understand the context.
So land administration, for example, awarding of title. It not be state where they do. It not be.
So the lands registry is
That's
there.
What I'm saying. So if Godfrey owns land at Ebri and decides to sell it to 3 people, by the time the state gets involved, Godfrey has already committed the crime. How does a land commission solve that problem?
You see, that's why I'm saying that sort out ownership. It should be clear.
The ownership is clear, but the guy is still gone ahead to do he's going to misbehave.
No, you see, Bernard.
Citizens have allowed. So I'm coming on. You made a point about people getting lawyers. So the land is owned by Godfrey's family.
Yes.
Now there are many people in the family. He has cousins. So one of them meets Kakra and sells the land to Kakra. He himself sells the land to me. All right. What can government do?
That's a defective sale. The point I'm making.
Which of them? The first one or the second one?
The one you said, it's the people who sold the land.
The family.
And
then the family has Godfrey and his brothers. So one brother sells one to Kakra. He sells one to me.
No, you see, let me explain this. Let me say all of the two are defective. Let me say this. Let's say that you are the head of the Avle family. We are the principal, elders of the Avle family. Which means that the land that you have in Georgia, let's say that is 5 plots of land, right? Maybe for some reason the Avle family is having difficulty to send some kids to school. So you think that parcel of land, you should remove alienate to and sell it to, say, a tomato factory that is seeking to operate in the area. What you are required under the law to do is to invite all of us who are principal elders or members, as the case may be, of the family, I'm using the term loosely here, to a meeting, at which meeting you raise the matter that this is the reason why you think that this parcel of land be alienated, sold to somebody who is interested to build a factory. Do we all agree? We will discuss it, and then ultimately a decision will be taken. When that decision is taken, you have to work.
How do we gazette that decision?
You work with the people who have bought the land, their lawyers, as the case may be, go to hold, do the necessary registration of the land. Because before you actually even sell the land, you have to bring in the surveyors. They will have come and take the points and then plot it properly, bring the site plan. You go and do what you have to do at the whole land registry office and ensure that everything is on the records. So you are also required, and other members of the family are therefore enjoined, or compelled by this proper sale to ensure that none of them goes out of time to go and sell the land to anybody.
Using your example, let's assume there are 6 elders in the family. I meet with 4 of them and they sign, and I send the documents to who? How will the guy at home stamping it know that I didn't add 2 people?
So there's a presumption of regularity on all official acts that are done, right? So it will be presumed that all regular things have been done, unless there's evidence to the contrary. So if maybe you sold the land to Godfred, and then Godfred now goes ahead to want to do the registration, everything will be done, right? But if Kojoga comes tomorrow and says that no, the whole sale process has a problem, it is for him to go to court and prove that.
That's the point. So we are taking one by one. 4 of the 6 elders agreed. We went to register the land at home, and I sold to Godfred, and he started developing. Then 2 of the 6 who were not involved realized that somebody's developing our land. What is going on? They said, when you travel, they had a meeting and you're not there. Good. So can he stop the development,
Yes,
or
you
does
can
he
sue.
just take it.
Okay.
So is it? So he's going to court.
Yes.
To ask them to stop the development because he believes that land that he has ownership of or part ownership
Interesting,
of has been sold unduly.
Yes, yes. you
So
can
then
challenge.
he calls for the original documents or the registration that this guy, the builder, has, or what?
So the issue will be questioning the lawfulness of the sale in question,
Yes,
right?
because he's saying that two of them were not involved in it.
So he sues the head of family, and then joined the party.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Our court cases, this sue he sued.
10 years.
In 10 years, this guy. So the problem is that he sued this guy. So this guy is a tomato factory guy who has a lot of money and he wants to develop the land. He wants to move quickly. So the case may take 10 years.
Yeah, that's also a downside.
But that's the problem we are trying to solve. So now what does he do? He'll say, instead of going to court for 10 years, he may bring land guards come and chase Godfred and intimidate him because he believes that the land belongs to him. Or he's part owner and he was not part of the sale.
Yeah.
Okay, so the guy with the money to goes to the police to tell them that Bernard is a land guard because Bernard's people are land guards because they are coming to take over because two of them say they are not part. Think about this whole scenario. He is developing, has a lot of money. He's bought land with papers. So he takes the land to the police to say, this is the land I bought from the Avle family and we are developing, and this Bernard guy has gone to bring land guards. Bernard too believes that the land was sold illegally and the court case is going to take 10 years. And while the case is going on, can he develop or do they wait?
So that is why the courts will weigh the interests at play. Because, of course, the lawyers will ask for an injunction of some kind that, look, no development should be happening on the land while the matter is determined. So once that application is made and the judge in his wisdom makes the decision that, okay, let's freeze all further actions on the land until after the matter is resolved. It is expected that the police at this point would ensure that that order is enforced. The question is whether the police have the will to actually do what is proper according to what the judge has determined. Secondly, the question is whether the judge himself is willing and ready to even want to act on the matter with dispatch. In some cases,
they may offer him part of the land.
It's difficult for me to say. In some cases, judges have for some reason delayed decisions on these lands, and they have taken forever to get to a point of resolution. So all of these things are responsibilities imposed on the state because they are in charge of security, they are in charge of the judiciary, and in terms of rehabilitating the laws, parliament is there, the executive headed by the president is also there. The question is whether in these spaces the state is doing what it must do, because justice delayed.
And by the way,
justice
in this
denied.
our example, maybe the guy who is aggrieved doesn't even have money to go to court, like Godfred's mechanic. So I am a family elder and I have been swerved. They've gone to do some papers without me and they've sold their land. I feel aggrieved. If I have money, I can go to court. If I don't have money, or I can get land guards, which is illegal. Now, if I have neither, then my land has been taken from me unfairly, and the legal system cannot help me. So I think we need to discuss this also from a point of view of the capacity of the state to even have representation for people who, because if you want people to stop using land guards, the justice system must be fast. Because I think part of it is mistrust. If people believe that they will get vindication in court within a specific reasonable time, the recourse to land guards will reduce. But if it feels like court is going to delay, so maybe the part of the solution is to equip the land courts with some level of judges and accoutrement to make them a bit quicker. So that because when people have confidence in the justice delivery system, we all will say, okay, let's go to court. But if I don't have confidence in the justice system, now I'm going to do land guards.
Having listened to Sky and Kaka on this matter, I am inclined to support your initial view that
the president must take over the land.
Must take over the land.
Yes.
You see, it is the only way sense to be made, because
from this example,
in your explanation of the family situation, and that is the basis of a lot of the disputes we have. One family, 3 different interests. People say
that's presume whatever.
Presume something.
Regularity.
All of them own the land. So my Ebusia Pejin says he has sold the land to Bernard, but Ebusia Pejin's junior brother, who also has interest, says no, I disagree.
But he can't sell the land alone. That's the point.
But he excluded some people.
So the people will challenge it.
But that's if they even know.
So I am inclined to agree with your proposal that, look, And it might be the best way to solve all this. Reason being that if the government takes over the land, right, everybody knows that if you are purchasing land, you are purchasing land from just one entity, the state. Lands Commission and is that a wrong assumption to make?
No. I mean, you are talking about what? No, I'm
just saying that if we work with the assumption that the state owns all land, and I am purchasing land, I am purchasing the land from the state. So it will be nigh on impossible for the state at the lands using the Lands Commission to sell this land to me and sell the land to Caleb at the same time, because then it would be the state looking at its data and saying, it would be easier for me to sue the state for a double sale of land and expect the judicial system also to move a tad faster, because the judicial system is now not going to it does not have the time to go and ask Ebusiapenyi A, Ebusiapenyi B, Ebusiapenyi C. This land is owned by the state. Who sold it? If we check the records, who tagged it and whatnot. I think Bernard's proposal perhaps.
Let me read a comment here.
Might be best.
Good morning, Bernard. Happy New Year. I hope you guys are well. I heard you inquire about legal aid for Godfrey's mechanic who lost his land. Legal aid is available and is free. Sure. An applicant only pays 5 cedis for the application form. The Legal Aid Commission is ever ready and capable to assist any person who is indigent and vulnerable who needs legal assistance. This year, we are working to roll out a 24-hour legal aid call center to assist those who need legal assistance. All the best and have a wonderful day. Another one here.
I'll contact your mechanic and tell
Can I read a comment as well?
Yes.
So this is from a senior Prince Ganaku. He says, why do people go and begin construction quickly on other people's lands? A, because under the law, possession is 9/10 of ownership. Possession is who is in control of the land. If your land is there and I come and build on it, you are the one that has to go to court to prove that the land is yours. And that might take years. So it incentivizes chaos and booga.
That's the thing.
So he asked again, question number 2, how can the chaos be fixed? And the response is, he says, is that Dr. Baumia had the right idea. During the previous administration, the idea was mooted that every portion of land must have a unique identification number backed by blockchain, which Sky referred to, and the ownership be publicly available via an online portal to anyone. Now, blockchain identification means that someone cannot pass the back and go and change the particulars of that land. The hard part really is the mapping and addressing. Once that is solved, the public portal is easy. The problem is that people at Lands Commission are corrupt, and he writes it in capital letters. Some people are corrupt and sabotage any chance of this technology working.
There's another one here. Bernard, individuals and families own lands, but the land administration is upon government. Google has already mapped Ghana in its entirety. The Lands Commission is the problem. How can two people register the same land with entitlement or with title? Lands Commission is the weakest link in all this. They need to deal with that. No land should be sold without title. Lands Commission must coordinate with the families to title all the lands. There should be lands officer at every district office who coordinate this. So a couple of people are pointing out that the weak link in the process seems to be the Land Commission. Another one. Bernard, land guards raided my area of Bojo, St. Peter's, Saturday morning around 6:30 a.m. I'm surprised this didn't make news. It was a chaotic morning in my area.
Oh, it was in the news today.
Bernard, good morning. No, Obojo is different from... yes, Obojo does. Yeah. No, they said Trazako. It's different from Obojo. It's further away. Obojo is on the way to ARS. Trazako is different. Dear Bernard and team, I think the state should own the land and then give the commission to the families that have roots to those lands.
You see, I just want to make a quick comment, Bernard. So, first of all, the legal aid thing. Look, I attend to people all the time. People who have, I know that.
By the way, the message is from Edmond Amakwe Foley, Executive Director of the Legal Aid Commission.
Exactly. It's a brilliant concept. It's been established. In some cases, they do the work. But look, they are overwhelmed. First of all, we are not giving them enough resources.
They are under-resourced.
They are under-resourced. So in terms of the capacity to deliver, there's a huge problem. There have been people who have gone there and have come back to say that, the people say they can't do, they are too, overburdened and blah, blah, blah. And at the end of the day, they get all kinds of very I don't want to go there, but there are problems. So let us not sell
But Sky, respectfully, additionally, they are putting in place measures to deal with some of these things. For instance, I know that they are trying to get specific codes for cases that are filed by lawyers from legal aid, so that those cases can can get better attention by the courts.
Yeah, and then also quickly on the registration with blockchain, as I proposed elsewhere, look, this family elders concept that I told you about, which is part of the law, what the requirement should be is that all of these spaces be registered in the name of the Avle family. On that register, it will be clear in the system that Bernard Avle is the head of family, right? Myself, Kakra, Akoto, and you are also indicated there as principal, whatever, elders of the family. And that if there is going to be a sale, all of us, right, must approve of the sale. And it must be in the system. So that where there is a sale, for the sale to be regarded as competent and lawful for that matter, all of us must have signed that this sale be authorized. That is the only time that registration properly so.
There's an interesting addition to the discussion from a lawyer. It's an interesting conversation of land. But to refine your proposal, the state doesn't necessarily have to take ownership of the land. The state can control acquisition of the land. So if anyone in Ghana wants to acquire land, you should acquire it from the state. And the state in turn pays the rightful owner after who the rightful owner is determined. This resolves the two main issues. The landowners still own the land because only the state can sell and transfer and then transfer, and the proper planning and litigation is resolved. So you see, this is the point. So the family owns the land but can't sell it on their own. That if somebody wants to buy land, they have to buy through the state. So that when the state sells the land to you, they pay the rightful owner for the land that the family wants to sell to you. So then the state becomes an intermediary, which then does the things you are saying, because it also solves the problem of families doing. So what means that Okada assumes a competent state that's not corrupt, right? So they're saying that Sky owns land. Bernard wants to buy the land from Sky. He can't sell to Bernard directly. Kakra is government. So Kakra then, using the processes of the land administration or land commission or whatever, knows that Bernard wants to buy land from Sky. So I pay to government, right? And government, after determining that the rightful owner is Sky, pays the money to Sky. So I don't have any direct dealing with Sky, but the government is the intermediary managing the transaction. That gives them the chance for Sky to have an incentive to regularize with government if he wants his money. And he also gives Bernard the chance to use government if he doesn't want to go to some unscrupulous relative. Just think through this again. What we currently have now is that I want land. I go to Sky and I assume that Sky has done the right thing in owning the land, and I pay money to Sky. And then I go to Lands Commission to check before and then basically give the money to Sky. But because Sky wants money from me quickly, he may hide certain things from me, or he may sell to 3 people. But if state, who is Kakra, decides that, okay, you can only buy land from me, even though I don't own the land. If I want a piece of land, I go to Kakra and say, I want land. Kakra says the land belongs to Sky. Sky, how much is the land? The land is 2 million cedis. Okay. Prove to me that you own the land. Because you want the 2 million from Bernard. You prove to Kakra that you own the land. Bernard pays the Kakra the 2 million, and then government takes administrative charge and pays the 1.8 million to you. So in that sense, the government sanitizes. He doesn't own the land, but has come up with a law that says only I can sell land. So you the owner, must make sure that your papers are in place before government. You, the buyer, cannot go to an individual, because right now we have a jungle. You see, and I think that reduces the whole land guard issue, because if a government is the only person who can sell land to you, and you, the landowner, can only sell land through government. Do you get my point? So it also gives the government the chance to say, by the way, this land you are selling, we have allocated these areas for only farms, so you can't sell the land and build a school there. So the administration is given an effect, because we are saying that land administration must be active and not passive. What tends to happen right now is that land administration is passive. Sky does what he has to do, I do what I have to do, assuming that both of us have done the right thing. But if you make government an active land administrator, nobody can sell land without the government being the seller. Think about it for a few minutes.
I see
the
wisdom. I see the wisdom in the proposal, but honestly, I don't think that is the solution
compared to what we have today.
Because Bernard, we have many disputes about sales all the time. The state hasn't gone to insert itself into all of these spaces to say, look, I want to be responsible for these sales. It is about getting institutions of state mandated with specific responsibilities to do their job.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, that if you for example use my approach or this approach of this lawyer, what that then means is that the district lands office is very active. So if somebody wants to sell land in Georgia, the district land people, so he has to go to the district to say, I want to buy a land here. Who does this land belong to? It belongs to Sky. Oh really? Sky, is this land for you? Yes, show me the document that it belongs to you. He does. Okay, Bernard wants to buy land. How much is the land? 2 million. 2 million? Okay. Then because the government is the only person who knows both you and me. Because I know you informally, but I don't know your family history. But because of all the work government has and all the treasure trove of government information, government can sieve the process. And also the issue of if I pay to government, there's a record I've paid to government. The government can take the payment, but say, Ben, I don't go on the land until we finish determining. Do you understand? So it takes time for the process, but it sort of coordinates, because there are so many private transactions that are creating many legal problems.
That's always been what it is. I don't.
You don't agree?
Bernard, I think it's a brilliant idea on paper, but only on paper. I'm not comfortable with having government insert itself in some of these things.
Why not?
Because of its existing failure and inefficiency in doing other things like providing electricity, providing water. When you bring the state in,
but are the chiefs doing it better?
Our living example shows. Come on, Bernard.
We are trying to solve our problems. You are already chiefs and families are causing chaos.
True.
So they can't be better than government. But
the solution is definitely not government, given our situation in this country.
I've evolved though. When I started, I said government should take over the land, and you said no. Now I'm saying government shouldn't take over the land. The land belongs to the family. But government is the
broker.
Yes. So the government is brokering the transaction, because whether it's blockchain or whatever data they have, they are the custodians of that data. And that brokerage process reduces the likelihood of sale. That's the thing.
But there's already the Lands Commission. So ideally government
but Lands Commission is passive. See, what I'm saying, that Sky advises you. When I said, Bernard, go and do a search. So if Bernard is not minded to take Sky's advice, it creates problem. But in this arrangement, I have to deal with government for any land transaction. In the first example, Sky says, Aloski, if you want to buy land, please go and do a search. Hire a lawyer. Bernard can say, oh, master, I have 3 people in my family who are macho men. Who buy the land if you like, come and sit on my land. So he doesn't have he's not enjoined. Do you understand? So the challenges we are facing in land tenure is because right now it's voluntary, which is why I describe land administration as passive. It's passive because if Bernard goes to government will help. If you now make a law and say you cannot sell or buy a land without government being the broker, that changes the equation.
It's very risky.
I don't see how it resolves.
Listeners, please, I know you are good. These lawyers, they are not happy.
How does somebody even get up and say, I want to be a land guard? Like, it's such a dangerous
thing. No, but remember that you also have serious unemployment.
But people are armed robbers, so there will be langars. The truth is
people
that
need jobs.
Somebody said that the most dangerous creation of society is a person with nothing to lose.
Yep.
A lot of people realize that so we have created a society where people can do anything they want just to survive. And they know that there will be no consequence because the state is weak.
The state looks.
Yeah, but my concern with the land guard is just my final comment on this is I fear, because we've also covered stories where sometimes you even have the state that you are proposing itself become a victim of this, because we've seen the atomic lands. Yeah. The other time we saw even military lands where soldiers and land guards were facing up. The soldiers themselves, their land is being taken away from them by these elements.
These are the people we want to protect our land.
Let's take a short break.
Crazy.
Coming up next is our Effective Living series. This morning, my guest is Theodore Albright. He's coming again. How to develop a plan. This week is really a week on planning, because everything on this schedule for week 2 is knowing where you want to go. So today we have Theodore Albright on how actually developing a plan to get there, how to develop a life plan. Tomorrow we have the Sohiniafa, developing a family plan. Then we have developing a business plan on Wednesday, and then identifying business opportunity. And then on Friday I'll interview Dr. Boahima in team on a book she wrote on business. So all of that and more coming up. Caleb, help me with some quick announcements. Sure. But please, if you agree with my lawyers who suggest that the state should be the land broker, please let me know, because I believe people support this idea, except these two lawyers. They don't want to agree. Caleb.
While we are at it, freight forwarding just got trust us to get your goods from any part of the world delivered to you at your convenience. Have your air freight delivered in less than 24 hours, sea freight in less than 48 hours, and land freight in less than 4 hours. Just visit our office on the 4th floor of Allied Heights, Abelingbe, or Cargo Village Airport. Call us today, 0302 915 335 050 147 1599. Visit our website, hallmarkfreightgh.org. Hallmark Freight and Consultancy Ghana Limited, your trusted and reliable partner. And if you're looking for a best of flavor in every sip, please discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. We have Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, and Piva Tangy. Grab yours today. It's available now at a local store near you. 0550-032-231 is the number to call. Piva Beverages, a taste you will love. And if you're building big, Vaniado is ready to build with you. From high-end apartments to office blocks, hotels to private homes, Vaniado is a trusted name for premium finishes at project-friendly prices. We supply luxury bathrooms, Cavallini kitchens, and tiles that combine international quality with unbeatable value, perfect for architects, contractors, and developers and interior designers. The best part is that Vaniado offers bulk deals, special project pricing, and tailored packages to suit every skill. We don't just supply, we partner with you to deliver excellence on time and on budget. Visit us. We are opposite Laboni Junction on the Ring Road. 055-00-00031 is the number to call. Vaniado, powering bold projects.
When we come back, Effective Living Series, day 1 of our second week with Theodore Albright. Stay with us.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Where do your hopes and dreams take flight? The money you've earned, the future shining bright. At Petra, we're not just here for your retirement plan. We are here for the life you've imagined and then some. From your child's education to your dream home's door, we'll help you achieve what you're striving for. Petra is here, steady and strong. Your wealth in safe hands, where it belongs. With investments that grow at rates that compete, we build your future with every heartbeat. That's Petra, your partner. Come joy or strife, guiding you toward the dreams that define your life. For your pensions, investments, loans, and more, visit our website at petraonline.com or dial *447 *70#. Petra, achieve more.
Looking for a university that truly sets you apart? Academic City University Accra offers world-class undergraduate degree programs in engineering, business, informatics, and communication arts. And that's not all. Now introducing master's degrees designed to equip you with industry-relevant skills and global leadership capabilities. Study on a modern campus, learn from international faculty, and gain hands-on experience that sets you apart in today's job market. With over 15 student ventures launched and graduates thriving in top roles across Ghana and abroad, Academic City University is where future-ready leaders are made. Call now 0262 693 870. That's 0262 693 870. Academic City University, educating future-ready leaders.
Make life easier with Sigma Appliances. Your excellent go-to choice. 5 Sigma Appliances.
This Christmas, from aircon
conditioners, fridges, freezers, TVs, and washing machines to small appliances, Sigma has them all. And now, beginning January 2026, for every Sigma appliance you purchase, you will be donating towards bettering technical vocation education training in Ghana. Visit Platinum Impex on Sprinters Road behind Okadeco for wholesale. Or find Sigma products at your nearest home appliance shop. Call 0302-801-555 or WhatsApp 0554-666-444 or visit platinumimpacts.net. Sigma Appliances. Create possibilities.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva tangerine fruit drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, Piva Tangy. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055-00-322-31. Piva, a taste you'd love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva.
Every woman deserves hair that looks and feels amazing. It starts with the right product. BO16. After relaxing, your hair needs serious care. BO16 neutralizing shampoo removes all those relaxer residues and restores your hair's natural balance. Itchy scalp, dandruff wahala, BO16 treatment shampoo will rescue you. Leaves your hair absolutely divine. BO16 detangling conditioner. No more painful tagging and breakage. See how smoothly the comb runs through. Now you know my secret.
BO16. Express yourself.
This advert is FDA approved. The GC brand. It's all about you.
New year, new goals, new beginnings. Admissions are now open for our January intake at Lancaster University, Ghana. Experience world-class learning, vibrant campus life, and a global community, all in Ghana. For more information, contact us at +233 030 211 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Start your journey with Lancaster University, Ghana. Apply today and shape the future you've been dreaming of.
Hey, so what goes into building quality structures? I mean, literally, what goes into it? Wujaf, you don't want to be sitting here somewhere worrying whether or not you did a really good job. It's a very simple equation. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, massa, forget it. Don't start cry. Menye, diamond cement has been providing builders, block makers, and construction companies that peace of mind for years. Diamond cement is 42.5R grade cement. Unbeatable quality made right here in Ghana. And because we have your pocket in mind, we provide 32.5R grade so that everybody getting on. No long talk, Jack. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, don't start. Locate Diamond Cement Ghana Limited nationwide with factories in Aflao, Takrade, and Buipe, or call 0244-313-368 or 0540-111-978 or 0202-021-175. Diamond Cement, still as hard as a diamond.
Hey! Manasini Ella! The thrill is back! The hunt for the ultimate treasure returns with Camel Antiseptic Liquid. Buy any bottle, scratch the panel, and text the code to 1393. Buy more, find all 5 Camel letters, and be the winner of the 100,000 Ghana Citi's grand prize, plus amazing rewards from airtime, weekly cash, and monthly shopping sprees. So, keep playing and keep winning, because Aseti Ankasa promo ends 15th February 2026. Terms and conditions apply. Keep out of reach of children. This promo is run in collaboration with the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. This advert is FDA approved.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
So it's 9:34. We're jumping straight into Effective Living series. Today is our first day of our second week. My guest, Theodore Albright, a life coach, a lawyer by training, and he also does a number of things. Theodore, welcome back to the show.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm really delighted.
No, it's great. This week we're talking about how to plan to get there. Last week we were talking about knowing where you want to go. this week is about developing a plan to get there. So we're talking about developing a life plan.
Yeah.
So what are you going to say to me today?
Well, the starting point is that how do you want to be remembered?
Okay.
Because this is about your life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we only get one shot at it. Most of us, if we're lucky to live to 100, will have 874,000 hours. That's it.
Really?
Yeah, that's it. 874,000 hours max. That's it. And then that, then you shuffle off this mortal coil.
Okay.
Then you're gone.
Okay.
So you need to be very, very intentional about what it is that you want.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And who it is that you want to be. Okay. And add to that, if you have nothing to die for, then you have nothing to live for. It sounds a little bit morbid, but you need to consider your legacy right from the start. So you start with the end in mind. Imagine it's 100 years from now, and people are standing by your graveside. What are they saying about you? Okay, who were you? What sort of person were you? What was your impact? What was your legacy? How significant were you? Those are some of the questions that you need to ask.
Okay.
Straight off the bat.
Nice.
All great lives are lived on purpose.
All right.
And all great lives lived on purpose give meaning to the individuals. Okay. So that is your starting point. And I'll start off with some premise, some ground rules. Okay. Premise number one is that you're here for a reason. You're here for a season. That reason is your calling and it is shaped by your purpose.
Correct.
That's premise number one. Premise number two is you have a purpose and should live on purpose.
All right.
Okay? Because the purpose gives meaning and value to your life. That which has no purpose has no value.
Correct.
Okay? Premise number three, all life plans should be crafted in alignment with your purpose and with your calling. It means there's a lot of introspection that needs to take place. When you live on purpose, you become the hero of your story. So I'm inviting you to craft a story, a narrative that you feature as your hero. Okay? You shouldn't be the villain. You shouldn't be a victim. You should be the
hero.
victor, the hero of your own story.
Wonderful.
And why is that? Because there's never been one like you. There will never be one like you. You are a monopoly. Therefore, you have a unique purpose and calling for this season.
Wonderful.
What do we do with monopolies? We exploit them.
Correct.
You have three primary quests then. Find your caller, because we're talking about calling. Find you, the called, and then find your calling.
I like this.
Okay? Find the caller, find the called, find the calling, and exploit your uniqueness.
All right.
Don't try to be a fake somebody when you can be a real you.
I like this.
Premise number 7, your lifeline should be based on your identity, purpose, and outcomes. If you don't know who you are, no amount of planning will work.
Wonderful.
Okay.
So it's 7 premises for developing a life plan.
Yes.
I like this.
All right.
I can't repeat them because of time.
No
so now
problem.
let's deal with the process for the life plan.
Yes. Okay. Ask the question, who are you? And how do you identify yourself?
All right.
That's really important.
So that's question 1.
That's question 1. And you see, it's quite interesting that all of these plans are written large and hiding in plain sight in the good book. So when you go to Genesis chapter 3, okay, the Lord is walking through the garden for those of you who read the Bible, and he says, Adam,
Where art thou?
Where art thou? God had identified him and said, let us create man in our own image. So he had given him a name, man, Adam. So he had defined him. Okay? You need to know who you are. And who you are is defined in relationship to people and objects and responsibilities.
All right.
Make that very clear. Question number 2, or just going on, define your identity because it shapes your mindset.
Okay.
How you see yourself is who you are and you become.
All right.
Okay? Let me say this. That which is not defined is abused in use.
That which is not defined is abused in use.
Let me repeat that. That which is not defined is abused in use. So if you take a key and you don't know it's a key, you use it as a spoon. Okay?
It's abused in use.
So if you don't want to abuse in use, then you need definition. Okay? That's really important. Question number 2, where are you? And that's the question that was asked of Adam. Consider your quest, your journey to date. Where are you going in life and where do you want to go? If you don't know where you are, which is your starting point, it becomes very difficult to navigate how to get to where you want to go from where you are. Okay? Ask yourself, where do you want to go? Question number 3, who told you? The narrative that we tell ourselves, I'm no good, I'm crap, I am good.
Who told you?
Who told you? Who are you listening to? What's the narrative that is shaping your mindset? Okay? The information or the knowledge consumption becomes the fuel for your thinking. So it's really important, what information or knowledge are you consuming? Your information consumption becomes fuel for your thinking and shapes your mindset.
Correct.
Consume garbage or falsehood and you will produce garbage and falsehood. Consume poison, you will produce poison. What are you consuming?
Good question.
What are we consuming? Suboptimal thinking can never produce optimized outcomes. Okay? Suboptimal thinking, because you have consumed garbage, can never produce optimized outcomes. Okay? Optimal thinking allows you to think better, do better, be better for positive impact and positive outcome. So you need to optimize your thinking.
Wonderful.
As the man thinketh, so he is. My people perish because they are not thinking. What have you done or considered to be doing? All
That's
right?
point number 4.
That's that's question number 4. Once you've done that, then you come to the Albright Purpose Matrix, which is the outline of your
PURPOSE. So you are planning your
physical and psychological well-being.
That's the P.
That's the P. Your ultimate concern and your universal concerns. That's the U. Your relationship concern. That's the R. Your possession and property concerns, which is your financial well-being. Your O is your opportunity, occupation, options, and then your spiritual concerns, and then your educational concerns. And erudition. Really important. My people perish because they don't like wisdom, they don't like knowledge.
Let's go to the 8 again, because not everybody listened last week. So after the 7 premises and the 4 questions, now you're planning your physical, your ultimate.
Let me go through it.
Go through again.
Physical and psychological concerns, which is your well-being, prosperity.
Good.
Okay. Your ultimate concern and ultimate impact, which is your legacy, prosperity. Okay. Your relational concerns, family and friends, which is your relational prosperity. Your possession, property concerns, which is your financial prosperity.
Correct.
Your occupational concerns, options and opportunities, which is your career prosperity. And your spiritual and metaphysical concerns, which is your spiritual prosperity.
Okay.
And then lastly, your educational and erudition concerns, which is your intellectual prosperity. Beloved, I hope that you will prosper. The prosperity is multidimensional.
Yes.
It's not just in financial wealth.
I wish you prosper and be in health.
Yes.
Even as your soul prospers.
Yes.
Wonderful. Now you say all life plans should be founded on a grand vision.
Yes.
And therefore you want to deal with some flaws which make plans unattainable.
Yeah. Vague, generic, short-term, unclear, no structure, no systems, no clear means or goals, nowhere, no how, no learning goals.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
Nowhere, no why, no how, nowhere, no what.
No what? It's just dump it on a page and, oh, by the way, you must put it on the page. You must write it out. Okay. And the reason is quite, there are enough studies, academic studies, to show that if you write it out, there's about 70% retention. If you type it in, it's about 30 to 40% retention. So writing it by pen and paper or pencil and paper, it gives you better retention for your goals, etc. Now let's. So what is the grand vision? The grand vision should be the best picture of yourself in the 7 dimensions that we've spoken about.
Okay.
All right. For each of those, you should have a vision. I'm 60 years old. I want to be a black belt in Taekwondo by 65. Okay, that's a grand vision. I want to acquire 10 properties in East Legon when I'm 70. I want to have a PhD when I'm 80. I mean, those are grand visions. But all of those must be channeled to a particular cause.
Correct.
And that cause must be to reduce chaos
Mm-hmm.
in your community, in your country, or on your continent.
Correct.
Within your context.
Yes.
It's really, really important. And basically, that is your calling. You know? So what you are inclined to do or what you hate becomes a bellwether for how you craft your life for significance and impact.
Wonderful.
Okay.
So that's still in stage 1.
That's still in stage 1. Okay. And if you can't add benefit, at least reduce chaos.
Always add benefit, reduce chaos.
Please, the litmus test for leadership at all times is whether the leadership is reducing chaos or adding to the chaos. So when you go somewhere and there's chaos, you know there's no leadership. When you go somewhere and there's absence of chaos, you know there is leadership. So all of us, we have been called to reduce chaos. Chaos means suffering, pain, etc., etc. We have been called to reduce chaos. Chaos in your home, chaos in your community, chaos in your country. So you don't throw pure water sachets, you are causing chaos. You are adding to the chaos.
Wonderful.
So if you can't give benefit, I beg, don't add to the chaos.
All callings or purpose is positioned to reduce or eliminate chaos in your community.
Absolutely.
Stage 2.
Stage 2. Life audit. Question your quest. You know...
question your quest.
So here we are.
Yes.
Most people have just finished their budgets, okay, because they've got plans, they've got strategies, and then by March or April, the auditor will come and audit their businesses, and yet we fail to audit our lives.
My God!
And we are the microcosms, the very objects which drive the businesses for the audit, and yet we don't audit our lives. If you audit your lives and you audit your business, you're on a win-win scheme because you become better and your business becomes better. So conducting a life audit of who am I, where am I going, what have I done, where do I want to go, what is my impact, what do I need to start, what do I need to stop, all of those are critical to mapping out your life plan.
And this is both personal and professional audit.
This is both professional and personal. You know, we spend about a third of our lives at work, okay? And then we spend a third of our lives sleeping. And then we spend a third of our lives at home. So you cannot, as an individual who wants to create impact or reduce chaos, not audit your professional life and not audit your personal life.
Correct.
They go hand in hand.
Wonderful.
Okay? All aspects of your life must be audited.
Wonderful.
And what are the questions? What is the vision? How much courage? What character? What's my personality? How can I focus? What drives me? What do I like? What do I not like? All right? If you're not sure about your life plan because you don't know what your calling is, ask yourself, what is it that I abhor? I hate. You know? And that may well be that you are the solution for their problem. Become the solution for the problem. Become the change you want to see.
Wonderful.
All right. So these are all questions. How do I influence? How do I impact? How do I hold myself accountable?
And all of this is in preparation to set out the goals.
And all of this is in preparation to set out.
We're talking to Theodore Albright. We're discussing how to basically plan your life, and he's given us many things: 7 premises, 4 questions, 8 audit areas, and now we're talking about stages of basically having a vision for your life. Stage 1, what is your grand vision? Stage 2, life audit and questioning your quest. Now we are at stage 3, which is what?
Goals and intentions.
There the rubber meets the road. Stage 3, goals and intentions.
Okay, so for each of the 7 areas of the purpose matrix, you must set out goals and intentions.
Correct.
Okay, 6 of these are for yourself. Okay, so that's your physical, psychological well-being, your relational well-being, your property, your occupation, your spiritual and erudition. But there is a 7th. okay, which is the ultimate concern and universal concern. And all that you do is driven so that you can have impact in the universe for your 874,000 hours that you're here. Okay? So your ultimate concern must ultimately give positive impact and positive outcomes. Okay? But it always starts in your community. All right. So you've set goals. I want to read this. I want to do this. I want to do that. But how can I make a contribution for a better Ghana? Okay. If I'm not going to make a better Ghana, at least I shouldn't make Ghana worse. Okay. And so I am a lawyer. I am a business strategist. I am a leadership guru. How can I make a difference? On Saturday, I had an engagement. I met up with, if I may mention his name, Captain Amwabing. He's running a leadership cohort for young people. Immediately, I said, I volunteer. I will come and give of my time free of charge.
Wow.
Okay? That is my contribution. In the past, I've done webinars for institutions, CIMG, IOD, Africa Corporate Governance Network, all of that for free.
Wow.
Zilcho. Why? Because my passion is to grow minds. All right? And so I use those platforms to help grow minds. What's your passion? Is your passion cooking? I love to cook. Maybe you can cook. Is your passion painting? Maybe you could paint and sell the painting and contribute. Is your passion giving? If you look at Romans chapter 12, that if you're hospitality, give. If you're exactly, you know who you are.
Yeah.
You know deep down what you can give, what you can make. All of that is so that you can give us and leave us better than when
people talk of SMART goals.
Yeah.
SMART. Do you have a rubric like that? Or you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind using SMART,
Okay.
but please remember that if you have a SMART goal, like I want to climb Everest, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely, and then you find out that 20% of all the people who climb Everest, who summit Everest, don't come down alive.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you. So SMART.
1 out of 5 people who go
I
to
am
Everest
telling
don't
you,
come down alive.
don't come down. If you summit, you don't come down alive. Okay? So then you have to ask yourself, yes, it's a SMART goal, all right, but is it appropriate? Okay? So SMART is not enough. Ultimately, you're looking for positive impact and positive outcomes.
Wow.
Yes.
So have a plan or strategy of how to address the associated tasks.
Yes.
So things like scheduling for weekly, daily, and monthly attention.
Yeah.
To guide you in executing the plan.
Absolutely. And I have a metric called atomic.
Atomic.
Atomic. So the A stands for the overall activity, then the task, then the outcomes, then the mindset, then the insights I need, and then with whom I need to connect. Atomic.
We'll go through it again.
Okay. So I take each activity. I want to write a book.
Yes.
Okay. And incidentally, I'm meeting up with Patrick on Wednesday. We're having lunch on Wednesday because I want to write some books.
Okay.
Okay. So number one, I want to publish my book. Okay. That's the activity. What's the task? Okay. So that's the T. What is the outcome? Publish 100 books. Okay. What is the mindset that I must have? Okay, in order to succeed. What is the insight? What are the insights that I must gain in order to succeed? Atomic. And with whom must I connect? Really, really important.
Wow.
Okay,
This is really
but
powerful.
ask yourself, what's my calling? What's my competence? What's my context? What's my culture? What does my community need, and how can I make a contribution? Okay, always. And beyond that, once you formulated it, please put it on paper. And then schedule either daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, half yearly attention.
Review
and recalibrate. Okay, so don't let it be something that you write in a book and you forget. No, you must engage with it regularly. So you can write it on the mirror. If you come to my house, I've got a mirror I've written stuff on. I've got a glass door I've written stuff on, or write it on post-it notes where you can see it to remind you. There's something called reticular activity system, which means that which you constantly see, you remember. So if you go and buy yourself a yellow car, and suddenly you see all the yellow cars. Why? Because your mind has been joined by the reticular activity system to remember and see.
So you track whatever you are supposed to do, and then what about review? What if you realize it's not going well? So I've tracked and realized actually I want to do something by June, and maybe by March I realized the energy is no longer there. So what do I do? Is there place for review?
There's place for review. The reviews are monthly. The recalibrations are quarterly. But let me tell you something which is really interesting. It's really important that you write down at least 10 reasons why you want that goal. Okay. I want it because it will give me money. I want it because it will give me fame. I want it because it will grow my mind. I want it because it will position me. Once you've written those 10 whys, it becomes very difficult for you to run away from that, because you've given yourself a narrative. You've told your mind why this is so important. Don't give yourself one why. Give yourself at least 10 whys.
Wow.
And then it acts as a motivator. But ultimately, not all goals will succeed. So if you don't complete it, at least you learn.
I tell you.
From that process.
Oh my goodness. This is a lot to take in just 25 minutes. Luckily, this has been online, so you can get to watch again on YouTube. We've been talking to Theodore Albright, a lawyer. You're a family office lawyer. What are you?
Okay, so we support family businesses and business families, C-suite executives, wealthy individuals, with intergenerational wealth transfer. Wow. So we enhance your wealth across generations. And we do that through strategy, leadership, governance, mindset, and then we tie it with a bow with legal, which would be corporate law.
So you can get in touch with Theodore at so email Theodore at the Family Office Africa.
Yes, indeed. Or you can call me on my number 020-300-9571. I will repeat it. 020-300-9571.
Charlie, this is your name, Theodore Albright. Charlie, be serious.
It's God given.
Are you Ghanaian?
I am Ghanaian. See, Theodore means God's love. Is Albright. So that's what I am. God's love is Albright. Okay.
The good news is that Theodore is coming again I think it's next week.
Next week, yes.
Yes, so that's a different topic. First week, it was on why New Year resolutions don't work and what to do about it. Today, he spoke about to develop a life plan. We did rush through because of time. But next week, building business systems or business system strengthening.
Yes.
So that's a business presentation.
Absolutely.
That is going to do next week. That's on Wednesday.
Yes.
Next week, the 21st of January.
Can I give a big shout out to Bernie Marks?
Why not?
Yes.
Why not? Benny Zamankwa is the guy who connected me to Theodore. And the rest, as they say, is history.
And Senor, if you are listening, good to you too.
Alrighty. Well, it's a minute to the end of the show. Thank you for listening. Don't forget, the Effective Living Series was brought to us by Hallmark Logistics as well as Petra Trust. Oh, wonderful stuff. Catch us on YouTube for another dose. Coming up next is Citi News at 10. Sheba Araba Benin is joining us in a couple of seconds. All right, so let's say good morning to Sheba Araba Benin with Citi News at 10. Good morning, Sheba.
Good morning, Bernard. Coming up in